to record it. I will put up the tier list into the video afterwards. That's all I'm saying. Well, I mean, you get to see it. You're going to see it, but I'm not recording it. I'm going to put it in the video. I'll put it in the video after we're done. I won't put it at the beginning.
They need to see the process, man.
They don't need to see the process. No one needs to see the process.
Think about you.
No. And I'm assuming you're already recording, so we're going to start, all right? Is that fine? Are you recording? I'm assuming you're recording.
This list is jank.
How much do I have to cut out? Well, tell me if we're recording. Look, I want to do an intro. Just tell me. Okay. No, you tell me before I do the intro, because I'm not doing it twice. Are we recording? Can you just tell me, please? Just please tell me.
Oh, I forgot we had sexy Colonel Sanders.
We do, in fact, have sexy Colonel Sanders. And if you are recording, they're going to have no context for what we're talking about until I finally do an intro. Okay, so I'm just going to assume we're recording. It's been a while since we've uploaded a podcast episode, so welcome back to podcasts. I will try to upload some of the older ones. I just haven't spent any time editing them of late. It's been a very hectic time. I have a lot of videos recorded, and they will start going up shortly. Anyways, we're going to jump on the bandwagon, as many podcasters have. We're going to do a tier list. Specifically, we're going to do a fast food tier list. So the three of us, that is me, Disappointed Dragon, and my two co-hosts, Smoothbrain and Valhalla. Say hello.
Hi.
Okay, that'll work.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just found it funny. It's like me, and then it was like pause, and then as if you're like saying another person, Disappointed Dragon, and then when you're on the two co-hosts, I found it funny.
That's not what happened. I'm not even going to engage. Anyways, so we're going to do a tier list. We're going to break it down. We picked a bunch of restaurants that all three of us had gone to make sure that we all could have a valid opinion. Well, maybe not valid, but we could all have an opinion. I've broken it up. We'll put the... How'd you know I wasn't referring to my opinion? I was actually referring to my opinion, but that's beside the point. I'll put our final tier list in at the end of the video. So how we're going to work this is we're going to have our tiers divided into S, A, B, C, and D. I like having 5. S is like the top tier. It's the best you can possibly have. A is above average. B is right in the middle of the 5 at average. So it's just like it's the straight quality that you expect from a restaurant. C is going to be a little bit below average. It's not terrible, but it's also really not good. And then D is the failure. Because if you start putting in the other tiers like E and F, you just have too many tiers, and it's kind of difficult to get. It gets really muddy when you get down to like D, E, and F, so it makes more sense to have 5. Average, below average, failure, above average, and exceptional. I just like the 5. It's nice and neat. And then I can also do a nice average, because how we're going to do this is the three of us do not agree on taste. We discovered this. That we all don't agree on fast food. So we each get to pick where we think the restaurant should go. We'll discuss it a bit, and then we'll stick that restaurant into the average of the three of us. So S will be 5, A will be 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'll average it out. Whichever of those numbers it goes to, that's where we're sticking it. To make it a little bit more interesting, we all get one move, where we can move a restaurant up or down one tier, but we can each only do it once. So after we've placed it on the final list, we can move it up or down one. Yeah. So let's say I stick a restaurant like 7-Eleven in S tier, and you guys are both like, no, that freaking sucks. Kevin's like, I'm moving it down to A, and then Will wants to move it down to B. You can. Yep. We should also clarify that we stuck with fast food exclusively. Places that do takeout. Don't have any real sit-in restaurants. I think we have one on there that I would consider a sit-in restaurant, but it does also do takeout. So we tried to stick exclusively to takeout restaurants. I'm sure other restaurants will come up as we talk, but that's about where it goes. Any questions from the Peanut Gallery?
None for now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, pretty much. So I figure we'll just start with how I have them in here. Actually, do you guys want to do them in like restaurant type order, like we do all the chicken restaurants, we do all the pizza restaurants, stuff like that, or do you just willy-nilly wherever you want?
Willy-nilly, I don't care. Let's just start with whichever's at the top of your list.
You can see which one's at the top of my list. It's sexy Colonel Sanders.
I mean, Flanders did have that one episode where he was jacked.
I really want to see a picture of the KFC logo with Flanders. Oh, stupid, sexy Flanders. That's pretty great. Okay, Kevin, you know what? You start. Where do you think KFC goes?
Oh man, kind of tough because KFC has like highs and lows. Like when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, man, is it fucking bad.
I mean, give it the average then, the average treatment if you can't decide.
I think I could. I'm like torn between C and B tier. I would say B tier. It's not like worst tasting thing you have, and most of the time it'll be like fine. So I'll give it a B tier for KFC.
B tier, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Will, let's get yours.
Oh, I'm not talking about Taco Bell. That comes later.
We'll get there. Here I don't know if this is the same in the rest of the world, but here in Canada they are sometimes the same restaurant. But we're not gonna count that.
Well, they do have the same parent company.
Yes, well they used to actually be in the same restaurant a bunch in Surrey. I don't know if you remember that. There's actually still one left that's like that. Two, actually.
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm not going to rock the boat on that one. I agree with you. I think that KFC, I've never had a bad experience with KFC where it's been like awful, but most of the time I wouldn't say that it's great. Like, it's good fast food. We're back. We're recording again. We're an 18th century composer. That's the one. If we are back, I will reiterate we had some technical difficulties, which is par for the course for us lately, unfortunately. Basically, all we met. Yep. Yeah. That was hilarious. We'll talk about that at some point in another video. Basically, all you guys missed was I said my opinion on KFC. I also placed it in B tier. I did say that their marketing team was A tier, and if they had released the KFC console along with the KFC dating game, I would have moved them to A tier for me personally. But since they didn't, they're staying in B tier as a good restaurant, but not an exceptional restaurant.
There's a card game? Oh, I heard card game. I was like, what do you summon fried chicken in attack mode?
I could see it. I could see it. I definitely do enjoy their marketing department.
Instead of life points, it's just arteries.
Well, I mean, at the end of their dating game, everyone who eats the chicken dies. Spoilers. Oh. So, yeah,
I don't think I'm ever going to play that game now because of you.
Yeah, that's fine. His chicken is so orgasmic that everyone dies.
Are we in Shokugeki no Soma?
I'm cutting this out. This is not Food Wars. I'm not cutting this out. I'm way too lazy. Next restaurant, we're going to move away from stupid, sexy Flanders. and move to Wendy's, which I think I will go first on if no one objects.
Go for it.
Excellent. I think Wendy's is A tier, in my opinion. I think that Wendy's is above average for fast food. I really like their Baconators. I really like their fries since they changed them. I like their Frosties. I like their snack wraps. I like their snack burgers. I have not had anything from Wendy's that I think is bad. I don't think I've had anything from Wendy's that I would not be happy to go and get a second time. Their marketing department, although not as good as KFC's, did embrace when Wendy's became a meme and leaned into, which I also appreciate. For me, I think Wendy's is a solid A tier.
I want to say A tier, and I think part of the reason why I don't view it quite as high is because there was a point in my life where I did go to Wendy's a lot, like 5 times a week, kind of a lot. So I do recall it being more times than not I would be annoyed at what I got, but I think that's just the sheer volume of times I went. Because when it's like good, which is at this point in time of my life, I don't go there often, so like it's good. So and since they changed their fries, it's been a much better because Wendy's fries before were absolute dog water. I would put those on par with like 7-Eleven like fries or mojos, whatever you want to call them. Now they're good. They changed it up so they're not these soggy, disgusting, borderline just pathetic fries. So yeah, I guess that A tier is good for Wendy's. My only gripe with Wendy's is they realistically only have like 3 sandwiches.
This is true, but I feel like if you have sandwiches that work, you don't need more. Because I know that McDonald's got into this thing for a while where they had all these different sandwiches, and they just ended up getting rid of them all because no one bought them.
It is true. It's just like if you look at their menu, it's realistically 3 sandwiches.
But, yeah, I mean, it's a Dave single, the Dave double, the Dave triple. They're all the same sandwiches with more patties. But they have I only ever get the same thing, so yeah.
But I mean, it's a good thing they have the Baconator, because that's literally their only saving grace.
It is the thing I order every time. I do actually like a Dave single. It is good. But I'd much prefer a Baconator. And in fact, I'm getting really hungry now, and there is a good chance by the end of this I'm going to order some fast food. Because I didn't eat dinner today, because when I left work I was feeling sick, and now I'm feeling better, and I'm very hungry. Didn't they change their fries twice? I seem to recall they've changed them at least twice by now.
I think you're right, because I remember they made the swap to sea salt fries, and that was a huge deal. And then they recently, maybe up until like, I don't know, 6 months ago, so maybe not that recent, but they made it so they had new fries altogether. Because I know before what they used to do, at least when I worked at McDonald's, the lazy fuckers, they would always pull the fries a little early. And when I worked there, I went, oh, whatever, 10, 15, 20 seconds. That's not that much to change it. Well, it is. And so, like, you could tell when you would get it when they would pull early, because they would just be this flaccid, limp dick fucking fry that just, you just look at it like, I'm now depressed. Why did I spend like $4 on this thing of fries? But now it's like, it's actually crispy.
Yeah, their current fries are by far the best iteration. Will, sorry, we've talked over. It's your turn, I think.
Yep, he's where I was at. Over it.
Yeah, to be fair, it is the favorite restaurant of my brother. So if you're hanging out with him, you're going to get Wendy's. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get there. Also, I would like to point out I have Anime Wendy for the tier list, because no one will be able to say that. Yeah. I do. It's because I downloaded the other one first, and then I was like, you know what? If we're getting Sexy Sanders, we're getting Anime Wendy's.
He said Sanders, not Flanders at this time.
No, I know. I said it right that time. I kind of said Flanders on purpose the last time, but then I was like, I don't know if I can even say stupid Sexy Sanders. But I can! The more you know. It is. It really is. So we've got our first A tier. We've got a B tier. Next is one that I believe is local. I don't know if this is a large chain, but we've got Uncle Fatty's Pizza. Look, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I always thought it was Uncle Faith's Pizza, but it's not. Yeah, Fatties. Or Fatties. If you're bad and can't pronounce. Yeah. Look, if you eat enough of it, you're going to be a fatty, so it's Uncle Fatty's Pizza. Yeah. We'll let you go first this time, because Kevin went first last time. I went first the second time. You go first the third time. Mm-hmm. You can. You can. Uh, I would put it in B. I have never ordered from them as a buy the slice. We used to always buy from them as just a regular pizza place. And I myself have never paid for it though, so I'm not actually aware of how expensive it is. I have eaten it many times, and the person who did buy it never complained about being ridiculous. I believe it was slightly more expensive than one of the larger chains. But I always thought that the pizza was good. I didn't think it was bad, but I think it's B tier. I don't think it's like it's not good enough that I would dodge a Pizza Hut or a Domino's to get it. So for me, it's a B. So yeah, Kevin, for you,
A B.
a B.
Yeah, B tier. I haven't had it in a couple of years, but I do remember when I did get it, it was really good. It was definitely not a. I took a bite and go, why the fuck did I buy this?
Yeah.
It was good. So yeah, I'd say B tier.
Okay. B tier works for me too. I think that's fair. Something that I listened to another podcast recently. I'm going to steal their idea a little bit, but I kind of agree. I have a feeling a lot of the pizza places are going to end up in B tier because pizza is one of those foods that is really difficult to do horribly if it's a chain, but that's also never fantastic. And I'm curious to see if this is what we find going through all the pizza places, but we'll see as we go through that. Yes. So I guess it's Kevin. It's your turn to start with Burger King. This one could be interesting.
Whoa, Burger King. Uh that's kind of rough. Like I do enjoy a flame grilled Whopper, but do I view it? Uh, this is rough because I am a little bit biased towards it because it was like my grandfather's favorite restaurant. So I did go there a lot as a young lad.
I mean, that's valid. Life experiences are valid.
Well, I'm trying to view it more strictly based off of taste and not nostalgia.
Fair.
But Burger King, I don't know. I'm kind of I kind of want to put it in between C and B because it's like good, but I've never had it where I'm like, yo, this is amazing. I kind of had it. I was like, yeah, it's a burger. Their
Yeah.
fries are, bleh.
Okay, so I'll give it a 2.5, and we'll see what the average works out to.
Yeah, just put it right on the line of C and B.
Okay. Will. No, I guess it would be me next. See, I'm a little bit harder on Burger King. I have eaten a lot of Burger King in my life, so let's put it out there. I'm okay with eating trash. This is clear if you've ever seen me. I'm fine with eating garbage. I don't think Burger King is good. I think Burger King is in between D and C tier. I have never had Burger King and thought to myself, this is an above average fast food burger. I always think man, I'm full, but I regret eating this a little bit. And that it used to be my favorite fast food place, but I don't know. I just feel like their quality is not up there, man. Like, I like the thicker fries, but I always get them slightly undercooked. They're do not do well if you don't eat them right away. I don't want to put them in D because I still enjoy eating it, so I'm gonna say C for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because it's good, but it's below average. I don't think that Burger King is. I would definitely not want to. If I had the choice between KFC and Burger King, or any of the other B tiers that we've got there right now, those two, I would not say Burger King is anywhere near the same quality as those two, unfortunately. Although I do have to give a shout out to Burger King's breakfast hash browns. That is the one thing on their menu for
Shout out.
by itself. By itself, those hash browns are S tier. If you get because I don't know if you guys have had breakfast at Burger King.
No, I've never once even. I didn't even know they had breakfast.
So Burger King's breakfast, the sandwiches, they're bad. Again, they're just below average. But their hash browns, they have like you get like 30 of them, and they're usually fried really well because they're like not as they're like the compacted little tiny like the little potato chips like a regular hash brown. It's not like a solid piece of potato.
Are they
like
just
fried.
like little mini tater tots?
They're flat tater tots, little mini tater tots, and they're always fried really well. Those are just so good because you can't really mess up a hash brown if you fry it properly and it's crispy. And they're smaller, so they're really easy for them not to under fry. Those are good. That is the only thing at Burger King that I would say is like above average, but it's not enough to save them from C tier, in my opinion. Okay, so technical difficulties. The second. If the audio quality has dropped, I'm sorry. We're having issues. It's fine. You'll be able to listen to it. The 15 people who listen to this will enjoy it. It's great.
The content's great, the audio sucks.
The content's great, the audio sucks. Will, you were going to tell us what you thought of Burger King. That's where we were at.
Okay, so, considering all that you've said, I agree more with Nate, where it's somewhere between C and D. So I live very close to one, and I can get it anytime I want. And, oh boy, when it is like their top quality food, it is solid middle of C tier food. It is subpar. It is. So I've been talking a lot about like a delicious greasy chicken sandwich that just slurps down you and it feels nice. It's horrific but so tasty. Their greasiness isn't like that. Rather than it being a thick, tasty grease. I see you turning me down. Rather than being a thick, tasty grease, it's more of a, well, fuck you too.
Look. I swear I'm not turning you down because I don't want to hear you. It's because I think you're blowing up the recording, and I'm just trying to fix it without having to mess with the audio
Always
settings
possible.
in OBS. So, sorry, continue.
But yeah, so it's instead of being a thick, tasty grease that just feels good, tastes good, is good, it's this wet, watery, soggy, flaccid burger that just is. It's okay. It's filling. It's bigger than all the other ones. That's the main reason you buy it. Is I want a lot of food shoved down my face right now.
I didn't talk about that, but you're not wrong. That is the main reason I used to go there, because you can get so much food for so little. But sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Go on.
The price is great, but for the quantity, just not the quality.
And nuggets for $2.
Yeah, but that
Okay.
kept on changing. Now it's like $4 for those garbage nuggets.
That's also the weirdest thing. They have really good chicken sticks, which are just chicken fries, and horrendous chicken nuggets.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't know how you do that.
They literally taste
Chicken
exactly.
breading.
They taste exactly the same to me. Maybe they used to be better, but the last time I ordered, they had like a deal on Skip the Dishes where it was like a dinner for four for like $20, and it was like 4 burgers, chicken nuggets, and then like a bunch of drinks. And I was like, this is a crap ton of food for like no money. This was before they were charging $15 for delivery.
Yeah.
So I was like, sure, let's get it. And I had a chicken finger, and a nugget like right beside each other. They tasted exactly the same. The only difference was, I think, Kevin, you said it's because of the breading ratio.
It could be just different breading, yeah.
No, it's the same breading, but the difference is there's less of the actual chicken in the chicken fry than there is in the nugget, and you're getting more of the spices from the breading, I think. And that's why it tastes better.
That could be it.
Because you're getting more of the flavor in it. Because they are the exact same breading, if you have them side by side. Or they were. It's
so bad. I will say, I do like that they have their, like, ice cream cake that you can buy.
I have never had it.
Oh, it is rich, it's creamy, it's light, it is the best thing on the menu. And, of course, it makes you the fattest. So, I will agree to C, because that's what it seems to be. But there's a lot of times they are a solid D for me. Because that's also, that's when they're doing their normal, okay, like their best quality stuff. 50 to 60% of the time I order from them, and it's cold, it's worse than normal, it's just gross. So I would say either C or D.
Well, so if you're saying low C, I'm saying low C, and Kevin's saying high C, I think we just go in middle of C. I'd say that's the average of the three of us, just smack dab in C. And that's not to say that I would not go to Burger King, because I do. I am more than willing to go to Burger King.
As stated, you will eat trash.
I will eat trash. As will become evident as we go through this list.
You can't say no to that much food.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just that hungry.
Sometimes you're just that hungry, and it's still the cheapest one, so yeah, why not?
It's cheap, and it's a shitload.
Yeah, no. There's a reason why it's still here.
Yep.
I guess it's Kevin's turn to start, so here's the next one. I feel like this one's going to be a little bit of, we're gonna be different on this one. A&W.
A&W.
Arthur and Wrights. I believe this is a Canadian only again?
Is it?
No,
is it not?
In the US.
There's no way.
I know it's in the US. I don't know if it's in Europe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's across the pond, but go ahead, Kevin. I'm going to look it up while you're talking.
A&W. It's definitely not my first place for a burger I would go to, but I'm just trying to think. Would I put it on par with Wendy's? Yeah, I would put it on a solid B tier along with Wendy's. They have like their burgers themselves are good, provided they actually fucking season the patties. Because there's times I've gone there and they just forgot that step, and I was just eating flavorless beef. But yeah, I would put them B tier along with Wendy's was A tier, wasn't it?
Wendy's was A tier. Yeah.
You know, I'll put a B tier. I will definitely go to Wendy's before A&W, but yeah, we'll go. I'm going to go with B tier.
B tier. Okay.
It's like good, but like there's only been a couple times I've gone there. I was like, whoa, this burger's like fire. Most time I go there, I eat the burger. I'm like, this is all right.
Just so from quick information on A&W, it is owned by a Canadian company. They've bought it out, but it was an American one. No, wait, sorry, I'm reading this wrong. It started as an American, and then it was the Canadian side of it was bought out, so that the American and Canadian sides are separate parts of the same restaurant. So it is a North American restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go next then, since I went last time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a tough one for me. A&W is the place that the family always went to for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
This was back when my grandmother was alive, like since I was not but a wee tot.
Yeah.
And if we were judging A&W based on how it was 10 or more years ago, that'd be a solid S tier. However, I have noticed A&W has gone downhill quite a ways in the last, 10 years. Their food is smaller. The flavoring is far less pronounced. They're too quick jumping on all these random-ass trends to focus on making the core food still good, right? They're too busy with their Beyond Meat and their other stuff to just keep up with other restaurants on the core stuff. So, Unfortunately, even though I love A&W, I gotta go with B tier.
All right, so this is where I think we're gonna, yeah, because I have a slightly different opinion on A&W, and if you were to ask me, this is the exact opposite of you, Will. If you were to ask me 10 years ago, I would have said A&W was worse than Burger King. This was 10 years ago because I didn't like A&W back then because it was the most expensive one, and my parents would never take us there except when we were driving up to the interior. Because once you get beyond a certain point, the only fast food places you will find are A&W and Tim Hortons and the occasional McDonald's. So as we're going up there, we would always get A&W where we're driving. And the only thing I liked from A&W before was their chicken. I really liked chubby chicken. You used to be able to get cold chubby chicken for $1 a slice from the A&W by my aunt's house. And that was when I started to like A&W again. I did enjoy their decor too. I like the fact that they went for the whole like nostalgia thing and all that stuff. But recently, I walk to work, and as I walk to work, I used to always stop. Sorry.
The hash browns, it's what's going to boost it, isn't it?
It is 100% the hash browns. I used to stop at McDonald's every morning. I stopped at McDonald's. McDonald's closed their lobby. And A&W and Tim Hortons were the only two that were open. And then I started I was like, you know what? I don't really like A&W that much. It's not my preferred restaurant. I'll have breakfast there. It's not just their hash browns, though. I think that the A&W breakfast sandwich is just miles ahead of the other ones. It's really nice. It's consistent in quality. I've never had a bad sandwich from them for breakfasts. And their hash browns are the best hash browns. I think that they have the best fast food hash browns of all of them. I would even have a good A&W hash brown over the Tots from Burger King. And I think that the Tots are better in most ways to other hash browns because they can't mess them up because they're really hard to undercook. And that is always the downside, is when they undercook, like underfry something. But listening to you guys talk, I have to agree with you on their regular burgers. None of their regular burgers are far and away that great. They're consistent in quality. I've never, again, had a bad burger from them, but they're not great. I don't find myself craving a Mama Burger or a Teen Burger because they're just a basic burger, and they're usually really dry.
They're absolutely baseline.
If I was only basing them on their breakfasts, I would give them solid A tier. And that's where I was leaning before we started talking. But when you brought up the regular burgers and I really thought about it, I kind of agree with you. I think it's B tier because their breakfasts are great, but if you're not a breakfast guy, which most people aren't, it's solid B tier.
Yeah. They have their high points. Like their root beer. Again, it's the best root beer. Absolute best root beer out of all of the places. But if you're not a super fan of root beer, then everything else is solid B.
And they're also like the only fast food place that does not have a large size on their drinks. They only have a small and regular.
Oh, yes, their stuff is tiny.
Yeah.
Their regular is most places small. Their small is like, would you like 3 drops?
Which, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it is the proper size for a meal. Like, I get the regular coffee every morning, and it is the right amount of coffee, but I want an extra large when I get up in the morning. I'm tired. I want more coffee.
Big first world problems at its finest.
I am absolutely... Damn it! Especially when it comes to coffee, I'm a Tim Hortons extra large person.
So here's the thing.
I want a bucket of coffee.
I would say that A&W has extremely good coffee, but again, it's too small. And actually, if we're going to the subjective, like, family connections, A&W took over the diner in the small town that my family is from, and all of the people go there to socialize and just sit there and drinking coffee. So, you know, like, there's that. That actually drops them down for me, because I would have to sit there while the adults were socializing and be bored. So you know what?
Antisocial bastard.
Dropping it from A to B for making me sit there bored and getting rid of the family-owned diner.
Glad to see what your priorities are.
Fuck you for making me have to interact with people.
Exactly. All right, so
it's Wendy's again.
Kevin started on that. We're skipping that. Will started on Burger King, so I guess no, I started on Burger
I
King.
finished. Yeah.
So you're starting on Boston Pizza. This one I know is a North American only, and I actually believe it is Canada only. There might be a couple in the U.S., but I know it's a Canadian started company, which is funny because it's called Boston Pizza.
Okay, so Boston Pizza.
Yeah.
It's awful, but I love it.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
So, I love it because when I was in college, there was only 2 restaurants nearby to the college. And at that college, we were there sometimes 14, 16, 18 hours. So we had a choice of McDonald's, Boston Pizza. And whilst Boston Pizza is overpriced, undersized, mediocre flavored crap, I am still super nostalgic for it because I still remember graduating from college. Me and all my friends got together for one last hoorah at the Boston Pizza. There was like, there was like 60 of us there, and we were awful. We tipped the waitress like fucking mad dogs because it was our last hoorah. But boy, we were drunk as skunks. We ordered half the freaking restaurant's worth of food. It was an experience. But purely on quality of food, price of food, and just amount of food, I have to rate it a C.
Oh, that's really interesting. So just because I know almost all of our listeners and viewers are from America, this restaurant is called Boston's in America. It is a North American only restaurant, but it started in Canada, and the majority of its locations are in Canada. Something like 85% of them. There is also apparently a couple in Mexico, just randomly, but you won't see it anywhere else. I guess, Kevin, did you start on the last one? No, I finished though, so I guess I'll go second. I'm not going to judge Boston Pizza the same as I would if I was looking at the restaurant as a whole, because Boston Pizza, I've never viewed it as a takeaway restaurant. It is a takeaway pizza place, but I've only ever gone there to sit inside. And I don't think that it's C tier. I cannot, in good conscience, say it's C tier. I think there are parts of its menu that would push it to A. However, they've taken away most of the things I really liked about their menu, and they shrank it down really small, and they started charging way more. I think that their food, although it is higher quality than most fast food places, for the price you're paying, it's low B tier because you're paying like $15 to $20 for a plate of stuff that is just marginally better than Wendy's. And if we're talking about pizza, I don't even like their pizza. For a place called Boston Pizza, I have never wanted to order Boston Pizza. I would much rather have Domino's. I would much rather have Pizza Hut. I like the other stuff on their menu.
Their pizza is so bland.
Their
so
pizza,
basic.
It's got like no sauce. The last couple times I've had it, it's so bready.
It's got no sauce. It's got barely any toppings. It's also, half the size of a horse hoofs.
Yeah. For the price they're paying, I'm going to give them B because I don't think that their food is bad enough to warrant a C. I think that their food is good. Their cactus cut potatoes, really good. Their sandwiches, really good. Their pasta, good. Everything, the starters, everything is good. But they're too expensive. They charge a lot for delivery. And the last couple of times we've ordered delivery, they've gotten a bunch of stuff wrong. And they actually give you less when you order delivery than if you go sit in the restaurant. That might just be me being a conspiracy theorist, but it really feels like it the couple of times we've ordered. It feels like they're giving us way less food. So I gotta give them a B, because I don't think their food is bad enough to warrant C, but they definitely are low B for me.
Okay, that is a choice. Tebone?
So if we were strictly going off of the food itself, I have rarely gone to Boston Pizza. I've gone there maybe 6 or 7 times in my life.
Yeah.
So for me, at least from what I remember, food by itself A tier, but
Yeah.
every other aspect of it, it tanks.
Yeah.
Because you look at the price and you're spending like, last time I went, I think I saw like a large pizza for like $32 or something
Yeah,
ridiculous
yeah,
like
it's
that. It was
awful.
like, I'm spending $40 on a single pizza.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like it's crazy overpriced. The size of the pizza is average at best. Like it's not like you're like paying like $40 for a pizza and it's a massive pizza. No, it's like
No.
your standard size pizza, if not smaller.
It is small. Yeah.
But like I said, the food, I like it. It's just I put it in C tier because I would much rather go to Little Caesars and spend $5 on a pizza and fill myself up than spend $30 to have the same level of fullness.
Yeah, I can see that. I think because their food is higher quality, I'm okay with the B tier. But if you guys are both C tier, I'll drop it to C. I'm fine with that. That way I don't have to do any math. We can drop it to C tier because their price is not worth it. I agree with you on the price.
It all comes down to price. The price is so horrendous.
And again, we're judging this on the fast food, not on the sit inside. So for a delivery restaurant, not worth. There's something
Honestly,
to be said for the atmosphere, because I do like...
My rating
there.
doesn't change for sit-in.
Mine does a bit, just because I do like going there. They have separate sections where you can go, where you don't have to listen to all the other people screaming at the sports games. Because, I mean, that's what it is. It's a sports bar. You go there to watch sports and eat. You go there to hang out with friends. For a takeaway restaurant, it's solid C. I could not... The couple of times, and I've never done this, but my parents and my aunt have ordered takeout from them. I would never order takeout from them. Why?
No. No.
Bad.
Awful.
Bad. So I think it's Will's turn to start with the next one.
I just started.
Didn't I do... No, you're right. I did it
Nope.
last. I can't remember. You guys tell me who's starting, because I can't hold it in my head. Pizza Hut. I'm starting with Pizza Hut.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. Pizza Hut. I think Pizza Hut, of the pizza places, I would say that it's A tier. I think Pizza Hut has the best tasting of all the pizzas for fast food pizza. It's a little bit more expensive unless you get a deal. I used to think they were, like, too expensive, and that dropped them in my estimation, but lately I found out that if you just order their deals, you can get them as cheap as Domino's, and I much prefer their crust to Domino's crust. And they're miles away better than Boston Pizza. Like, I think Pizza Hut is A-tier fast food pizza. I like them. They have toppings I really enjoy. They have toppings that other places don't. I'm a big fan of the spicy sausage in those big coins, as opposed to just the crumbled spicy sausage. And they have both. I also like their ham in those weird little, like, ham strips. I love that. I like their sauce. I like their crust. I like all of it. I have good memories of Pizza Hut as well. This cannot be counted towards their mark, though. But did you guys ever go to Pizza Hut back when they were a sit-in restaurant as well? And they had the, like, Wednesday and Sunday pizza buffets?
Nope.
No.
I'm the only one who experienced this. Oh, man, you guys are missing out. Back in the late 90s, they used to have sit-in restaurants in the Lower Mainland where you would go there, and on certain days, I believe it was Wednesdays and Sundays, they had a pizza buffet where you could just go up and eat as many slices as you want. And they used to do kids' toys and stuff. They had Pogs. They had Slammers that were specific to Pizza Hut. I have good memories of going to Pizza Hut as an eat-in, but not putting that towards my rating at all. Judging subjectively on taste and price, I think they're A-tier pizza.
All right, Kevin.
BP. I'll put it
PH.
PH.
PH, right. Right. We just did Boss Pizza. Pizza Slut.
Yep.
Yeah, I would give it A tier. That triple treat combo is just too good to say no.
Yeah.
It's either triple treat or triple threat. I can never remember.
It's probably been both at one time or the other.
But yeah, I would give it solid A tier.
Yeah.
All right. So Pizza Hut is interesting. I will agree it is good pizza. You do have to get it on the deals because it is a bit overpriced, but overall it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I will fight you on the Domino's thing, as we'll get to Domino's.
Don't worry, Will. Me saying that I prefer their crust doesn't mean I don't like Domino's. Just you wait. We'll get to that.
That's fair. That's fair. But I will agree that Pizza Hut, on the whole, is an A-tier pizza.
You know what? So far, we have not argued, and I'm waiting for when we start to throw hands on a restaurant that I know is coming.
Yeah.
Yes. There is one that you know is coming that is going to be vicious.
And I am going to use my veto on that one for sure. Because I know you two. But it's fine. We'll get to that. We're all getting along right now. We're going to hold on to that as long as we can. As long as we can! Alright, who's starting the Domino's?
We should have Kevin start. He
Okay.
hasn't started in a while.
Good. I thought it was
Domino's.
Kevin, but I didn't want to say.
Okay, so just because of my weird relationship with pizza, I'm gonna put Domino's up with A tier because what at least I tend to do is I will just get the one until I get sick of it, and then when I'm sick of that one, the other one just becomes mind blowing again. So with Pizza Slut, Michael ordered it far too much, far too often, and I actually got sick of it. And I used to hate Domino's, but then I started eating Domino's and went, wow, this is really good. So it's like I usually like swap those two around. So I'm going to put it in A tier because I do like Domino's. They are good. They have solid deals when you're not sick of the flavorless dough. It's not bad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put up an A tier along with Pizza Slut because at least for me, those are the ones that I change between which one I order.
Yeah. Alright, Will you go next on that one? I'll end Domino's.
You want to end Domino's?
I'll end
Okay.
Domino's.
So, Domino's to me is intrinsically linked with a specific event in history. Ever since this point in history, if I'm ordering a pizza, I order from Domino's.
I'm
There is
sorry,
literally no other store that I will order from because they did me a solid one year. Nate's laughing because he was there at this
No.
particular event.
I'm laughing because you started this like I just started thinking of Lincoln and the Gettysburg Address. This was a point in history. Everything changed the day I ordered Domino's. Sorry,
damn
please
right it
tell me the
changed.
story. I'm loving this. Continue.
Regale me with your story of
Yeah,
pizza.
please do.
So the reason why Domino's is my only bitch when it comes to pizza is long ago during a New Year's Eve party at Nate and Caleb's parents' place. We were all got together.
I do know the story.
You do. We were having fun, staying up late. New Year's Eve had come and gone. We had all done the hey hullabaloo at midnight and all that, and it was late. It's 1:32 in the morning, and me, Nate, a couple other people, we're all up, and we've been drinking. Well, some of us have been drinking. Two individuals, in fact, myself and another individual who starts with a C, but we won't go into his full name for whatever
I would like to
reason.
say that I was not drunk.
Okay, you were not
Course you
drunk.
were.
But I had been drinking, and this C individual had also been drinking all night long, and we were drinking rum and, some harder stuff. And we decide, as a group, we want pizza. Now, again, it is 1:32 a.m. on fucking New Year's Eve. So we look around for a lot of places, and like, Domino's says they're open. Alright, let's call up Domino's. We called them up, and we're like, yeah, we ordered a stupid amount of pizza. We ordered like 3 more pizzas. We had already eaten that night. It was insane.
Oh, we ate
So
so
we ordered all the
much.
pizza, and we're like, okay, so how long is it going to be? I don't know, 15 minutes? Really? Okay, awesome, great. I'll see you then. None of us expected them to actually show up. They showed up 13 minutes later. They were fucking early. So we are ecstatic. The pizza has arrived. And then our dear friend, who is very, very drunk, decided, I'm out of liquor. So I am going to try to bribe the pizza boy to go buy me liquor. And we all, of course, think this is a foolish idea. So he's trying to get to the doorway, and at one point, I don't even remember why he was on the ground, but he was crawling on the ground towards him. So I jumped on his back, being a very strunky boy, trying to slow him down. And this pizza guy opens the door, sees me riding on his back as he lifts me up, walks towards the guy with money in his hand, saying, "Dude, go buy me some alcohol. I'll tip you $100." Well, Caleb is trying to pay for the pizza and get him to go. Just go away here. He doesn't need the more alcohol. He doesn't need the more alcohol. That guy was super chill and laughed his ass off at it. That is why Domino's is my boo when it comes to pizza.
Okay, so after this riveting story, is it S tier or is it A tier?
That's the hard thing. If we go purely by food, it's A tier. But because of that experience, it's S tier to me and always will be.
Yeah.
So you're giving it an S then? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving it my S.
Okay, well,
Oh boy.
I did take away the restriction. You can give any of them you want an S. And in fact, you could... Because unless I give it an S, the average is still going to be A. And I'm sorry, Will, even though I love that story, I can only give Domino's an A because I think it's on par with Pizza Hut. I'm the same.
That's fair.
I'm the same as Kevin. I think that I do the same thing now. I swap them. Because we used to order Domino's all the time. And I was starting to get sick of it, but I swatched to Pizza Hut. I think that Domino's has good pizza. I do agree their crust is not as good as Pizza Hut. It's just not. Because Pizza Hut's... It's crispy, and it's got the grease trapped in it, and that's what I want from my pizza. Whereas,
They inject oil into their dough. They have to.
They must. They must. I'm salivating just thinking about it right now. Like, I'm so hungry right now, because I haven't eaten since like, 10 o'clock, so I'm so hungry.
What are we ordering?
Well, we're doing our fast food tier list right now, so I'm thinking about ordering some Wendy's. But I gotta finish talking about what I like about Domino's. Caleb's walked in. He missed the whole story. Don't worry about it. So I think that Domino's is really good. I think that they're at least A-tier pizza. I think that their crunchy ones are great. Although the last time I ordered the crunchy crust, they didn't cook it long enough, and they didn't cut it properly. I'm not going to take them any points for that, because that was only one time. Also, their drivers are super friendly. We usually get, like, there's only 2 drivers that come to deliver to us. Super nice. Real nice people. Yeah, I'm solid A for me. So that averages them to A. Unless Will wants to use his veto to move them to S.
No. I will save it. It can go in A, and we all just know why it's S in my heart.
Yeah. That was a legendary night.
You did say by food A tier, but with
By
the personal experience S tier. So
Yeah.
this is fine, I think.
I mean, if you want to join us, you can come in.
Too late, you're already halfway through it.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine. You just to hell with this list. No one
You
cares
can
about
just
it.
interject. You don't have to change our opinions.
Oh.
All right. So next up is Little Caesar. Oh,
Yeah,
who
Little
wants to
Caesar.
start us off with that?
Nate.
I'm starting us off on Little Caesars. That's fine
Oh,
with
boy.
me. I think Little Caesars is C tier at best. I'm sorry. We used to get it a lot because, you know, they are the Burger King of pizza places. They are cheap. You get food, but their food is not good. Like, it's just their pizza is bad.
It's mostly salty cardboard.
Yeah, like my brother just said, it's salty cardboard. It's not good. It's not terrible. It's pizza. He's gonna join the call so he can listen to us complain about food. I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good pizza, but it's cheap. And the issue that I have with them right now is I would almost give them D tier because their pizzas are no longer even cheap. It used to be you could get 3 different types of pizza for $5. You could get Hawaiian, you could get pepperoni, or you could get cheese. Now I think it's only cheese at $6.50 is the cheapest one.
Yep.
They don't even have a $5 pizza anymore. And at that point, their pizza is not worth the increased price. Like, it's $10.99 for a Hawaiian hot and ready. Too much. Too much.
And their Hawaiian is actual trash. And
Yeah.
that's someone who loves Hawaiian pizza.
We've been joined by my brother. He doesn't get to do a ranking, but he gets to interject.
That's too bad. I can't believe you did this episode without me.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think he wanted to do any talking yet. That's the only reason.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I'm C tier. C tier, and I'm tempted to put it in D tier, but I'm not gonna be that mean because their pizza is completely edible. But man, they are the Burger King of pizza places, and I do not like Little Caesars for that reason. Crazy Bread's good though.
All right, Kevin. Oh, sorry.
So based off of just the food, definitely would put into C tier, possibly even D tier, just based off of like their Hawaiian it's just a couple flecks of ham and pineapple.
So bad.
It doesn't even have enough cheese on it to help it.
But at least the one near my house, they still have like a $6 pepperoni. So if you just get the pepperoni pizza for like $6, that's a whole damn pizza for $6. So, me personally, I would put it in B tier. Like just because it's a whole pepperoni pizza, $6.
Ugh. That
Oh.
hurts me. I cannot. Even for $6, they are not as good as A&W or KFC.
Yeah, no, Kevin. See, I would be like the $6 puts it in high-end D tier.
I in D tier.
I think
Yeah.
it barely
I haven't
puts it
been
in
as
C
much as you
tier
guys.
for me.
I'm
I
sorry,
agree
man.
with Caleb.
It's just like I said, it's literally just like edible cardboard. Like, dude, if you're starving, that stuff's good. But like any other time, like it's what your parents would buy when you had a really big party where you invited more kids than you were actually supposed to, and they're like, "Shit, how are we gonna feed all these kids?" Oh, Little Caesars hot and ready pizza. Don't have to wait. It's a whole lot of shit for a very little price, but now their price isn't as good as it was.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I-
I'm down for C tier just off of the breadsticks, though.
Nah,
That's
I'm
what I'm
100%
above
D.
Oh, you're D.
D.
Oh,
I'm a D tier. Their pizza is the only pizza that has actively made me feel sick after eating it.
Oh wow.
That's not true, but I understand. I've seen you eat other pizza and it made you sick.
But that's because of the quantity, not the quality.
That is correct. That is the only time where I've had one slice and felt sick and refused to eat anymore. I'd rather go hungry. It doesn't count as food to me.
That is the most variance we've had so far, because I said C, Kevin said B, and you said D, which averages out to C.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fine? We don't need to fight this one out?
Nah, C tier, Little Caesar. Yeah, that's what it's called, Little C.
Little C.
We'll see.
Little C.
Little see you in my toilet.
I do enjoy the commercials from the 90s as well. Again, I'm probably the only one who remembers them, but I liked them. No, aside from you, Caleb, but you and me, we share mind space when it comes to that kind of nostalgia, so that's fine.
Pizza.
So, Kevin, you started with Little Caesars. I started with
Yes.
Domino's. Will, you start with Fresh Slice. We're on a pizza theme right now.
Fresh slice. I love me some fresh slice. So, fresh slice, it depends on the mood, right?
Yeah.
If you are in the right mood for fresh slice, it is A tier all the way. However, it is again one of those buy by the slice pizzas. So it's cheaper, it's quicker, it's greasier, it's been under a heating pan for God knows how long, probably 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna say B tier because of just pizza in general. But as for like buy by the slice, it's A tier. Up there with Megabyte, which we don't have on this list because they haven't eaten
No, I
Megabyte.
haven't.
And they've not had the entire hot dog on a pizza. Not cut up. Not sliced and diced.
I've heard
hot
of
dog
that.
dropped
I
on a
have
pizza.
heard of that. That is hilarious.
That
They
just
also have a
makes
mac
me-
and cheese pizza.
Oh, both of those
That
things
is
just make
so-
me feel like physically sick. Just hearing about hot dog pizza and
Oh,
macaroni
man.
pizza.
They're so good though.
So I'm not gonna lie, I have to agree with Will on taste. I actually really enjoy the taste of fresh sliced pizza. Their crust doesn't have a lot of flavor, but it's thin enough that it doesn't interfere with the toppings, and they have some interesting flavors that they always have. I really like their beef pizza. I really like their butter chicken pizza. They do lose some points for me because they actually used to be cheap. If you walked in and you got a full pizza put together from the stuff that was in the warmer, it would be like an $8 large pizza, and that wasn't too bad. A little bit more expensive than if you bought a deal at like Pizza Hut or Domino's, but it was cheap enough with their good pizza that I was okay with it. It's no longer that price. It's like $16 for that same pizza. At $16, they're not good enough for me to be okay with that. Like, that's just not... It's too much. It's too much for their
I will
pizza.
I gotta
Go ahead.
counter and say they do have one good deal, which is 2 slices and a drink for $5, and not a $5 plus tax. It's
That's-
a crisp. I hand you a 5, you hand me my fucking pizza.
No, it's changed. It's no longer $5. It's like $6.50 now. There's a fresh
No,
slice.
it was the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. Again, their prices have gone to the point where, and their pizza slices aren't that big. Their pizza slices are like a regular slice of pizza. A regular
why
slice
is it
of
pretty
pizza.
average?
Sorry,
Why
go
isn't
ahead.
Costco on this list?
We talked about it. It's not really a fast food place because you have to buy a membership. That's the only reason it's not on the list. I actually think that Costco has fantastic food.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
they do.
We're trying to stick with only places you can do takeaway, and because Costco requires a membership, it had to come off the list. That's why.
Yep.
That's why it's off the list.
Okay.
I think Fresh Slice is B. Also because they accused my brother of stealing, but that's not the franchise in general.
No.
That was just the lady who works there.
They spurned my honor. They get D.
They get D. I'm going for the B because I really like their pizza, but their prices are too high. I can't give them A. I think that their pizza is A tier in taste, but B tier because of price. And to be fair, I don't think that one still exists. I'm pretty sure that one is gone.
I don't care. None of them will ever get my money again.
Kevin. Fresh Slice.
B tier.
B tier?
It's pizza. You can't really fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to... I did put Domino's on there. Where did you go, Domino's? You were in A tier.
You didn't hit save.
I'm gonna leave my Dominoes out.
I think I accidentally deleted it when I was trying to put Little Caesars on.
Probably.
Alright. Yeah,
Alright.
B tier. B tier. That's fine. I can do some B tier pizza.
Yep. It's good when you have it, but
Who's starting on Dairy Queen? I guess
who's
it's
starting
me.
on Dairy Queen is gonna be you. You're the only
Alright,
one that's
well,
got.
I'm starting on Dairy
nice.
Queen. I'll go over all over the Dairy. I'm not going to be nice to Dairy Queen.
No,
I think
no,
Dairy
it
Queen is C tier and I think that they're only C tier because of their ice cream. Because their ice cream is good, but their food is just no one goes there for food. If you are a restaurant that sells food and people don't come to you for your food, there's a problem.
It's true. Like, why do they even sell food? I literally only go there for milkshakes.
You go there for a Blizzard, you go there for ice cream. They are C tier and only because of their ice cream. I will preface that I have been, and Kevin's been there as well. There is a Dairy Queen in the interior that actually does make good food. Their food is good, but that is the one exception I have had to Dairy Queen food. I have had Dairy Queen food, not good. That is the one Dairy Queen where they make good food. So C tier from me, and they've got ice cream. That's it.
Kevin.
D tier, because when I want food, I'm not going to eat a goddamn ice cream sandwich.
This is
mean,
fair.
So as we're talking like food, not ice cream.
Yeah.
D tier, except for the one in Hope. That one is a solid C tier.
Yeah.
But that is as one out of all of them. So D tier.
That's fair. Will?
I agree, actually. I had one of their chicken sandwiches once, and it was soggy. How do you make a chicken sandwich soggy?
Really easily. You leave it in the warmer after you fried it, and
Gross.
it's gross. Will.
So, Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
I have to say this again. If we're talking ice cream, that's A tier ice cream. It is so good. They got so many different kinds, so many different flavors. I love it. My family's been going there for years and years. If we're talking about food, it's D tier.
Yeah, no,
Thank
ice
you,
cream.
thank
Like,
you.
who else has a freaking like cherry milkshake? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, well, Triple O's does, but otherwise, yeah, no.
Do they?
They do. I've bought it for you in the past.
I love their chocolate dunked ice cream with the. It's got
You
that
know,
thin layer of chocolate.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
fight
good.
for C tier with you guys because I'm down with you on that. If we're going strictly off food, they are straight D tier. They are below average. No one goes there for their food. They go there for the ice cream, and that's why it's called Dairy Queen. Why do they even sell
For
burgers
D
and
tier.
chicken?
Oh,
It's the worst.
yep.
It's the worst.
They should just stop selling them.
They should just stop
I
selling.
don't mind their fries when they're okay, but everything else is just
Yeah, but you don't judge a place by their fries.
I
No,
do.
I-
Like,
I
Texas
do.
burgers.
No,
You
D
judge
tier.
them on their hash browns. So
Yeah,
we
I
already
do,
know
I
what
do.
your
Yeah,
kryptonite
yeah,
is.
I know.
For me, I will judge a restaurant by how good their milkshake is, but the food also has to be good. Like, you know, like, if you go to a place and they give you, like, a milkshake that obviously has, like, Nesquik in it, that's how you know it's,
That's
like, a bad...
gross.
Yeah, it's a bad restaurant. Usually, if it has like real fruit and stuff in their milkshakes, it's good. Dairy Queen's the exception though, because they specialize in that stuff, but their food is garbage.
Yeah, agreed. Looking at the next restaurant, I actually wish I could order it right now because I kind of want some of this delicious garbage. I don't get to start on this one though because I started the last one, so I think it's Kevin.
Yep.
Taco Bell.
Taco
Oh, boy.
Bell.
Oh, jeez. I'm under the assumption that they put drugs in their food because every time you go there, and I'm going to say the same thing for Manchu Walk. Every time you go to these types of places, you know you're going to be in pain, but you're like coked up fast food brain. Just I need to get it, so then you eat it, and then 4 hours later, you're on the toilet just having like just diarrhea for the next like 4 fucking hours.
It's MSG, and that shit.
It probably does. Also,
So-
I would like to preface I'm ordering Wendy's right now. Caleb, do you want some Wendy's?
Yes.
No, I don't know why I asked that question.
Going to order for the rest of the class.
No,
Yeah,
sorry,
you
you
know
guys
what?
aren't here.
I can eat food again.
He's so happy. We won't give
I
away
know.
too much, but yeah, he's had trouble
Taco
eating.
Hell. Where do I put Taco Hell?
Yeah.
Like
So
I'm gonna
Taco
put
Bell
C tier.
Taco Bell used to be my favorite, and then like I was talking with Will the other day, like you used to be able to get a chili cheese burrito, and it was actually the size of a burrito. Now it's like it's lost a full quarter of its size, and the price has jumped.
Yup.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So you're putting it in
Taco
C,
Hell.
Kevin?
Yeah, C tier. It is something that I will eat. They're like I'm not generally speaking opposed to ordering it if it's the only place around, but if I had any other option, I would probably pick it because Taco Bell is a surefire way to having some intestinal problems. Because that is like the meat is just ground up dog food.
Yeah.
They have to have it.
I have literally seen better dog food, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, you never get their just normal fries. You have to get either Supreme or their chili fries.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. You have to disguise the bad fries.
Yeah.
But Will, I think you're second on this one.
I'm second. Oh. So, I don't disagree with anything you've said. However, to me, Taco Bell is slightly special.
Oh.
As I can't get it frequently. There are none downtown. So if
Shitty
I-
treat.
Your
Yeah,
benefit, dude. You're not missing out on anything.
I'm not, but when you get that Taco Bell craving, because again, they put cocaine in it, so you crave it every once in a while, I have to go several cities away to find one. And so to me, it's that treat. I only get every like 6-8 months. And it's a treat for my toilet too, because oh boy, it's off serve.
Oh boy, I hate myself.
But in spite of that, I have to agree, it's a C. I want it to be more, but it's a C.
It's the
Every time
most
I look at
tasty
Ta-
laxative you've ever had.
You just look at Taco Bell. It's like, wow, how much pain do I want to put myself in
Okay.
today?
Alright.
I want to put myself in 3 Crunchwrap Supremes level of pain.
Oh man.
The
So
best part is I ride a motorcycle, so I'm choosing: am I going to be able to make it downtown in time, or am I shitting on my bike?
It's
How
fine. You
fast
just need a little
must I
extra
pee?
gas. You're just giving yourself some extra gas.
I almost want to put it in D for diarrhea, but I'm not gonna lie. I actually really enjoy Taco Bell. As has been prefaced at the beginning of this, I like garbage.
Yep.
There are times I just want a Crunchwrap Supreme, a Supreme fries, a couple of tacos, and a Baja Blast. That's what I want. Screw the diarrhea. Like it's. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say they also lose points. Their fountain drinks are always horrible.
Except for
They're
the Baja
never a good
Blast.
drink.
The Baja
No
Blast
man,
is fine.
I tried to get the Baja Blast and they just gave me seltzer water.
I have not had that issue. I think C tier is fine. It's like Burger King. It's not good quality. You get a lot of food, but it tastes good. Arguably, it tastes good. It's garbage. It's gonna make you sick, but it tastes good. I can't give it D. I gotta give it C. I think C all the way.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement on C tier
I
for
also
Taco Hell.
Also, Caleb, I'm sorry, but they have raised the delivery prices way too much. I ain't down to pay $50 for 2 burgers from Wendy's.
Bro. McDonald's?
Bruh.
I think it's gonna be about the same. I think unless we're willing to walk somewhere, we're gonna be paying a lot.
I mean, we can walk to the McDonald's.
No, that's way too far.
Speaking
It's too
of-
late. It's not the next one, actually. The next one is a completely different restaurant, which you can see.
Yeah, I
Welcome
can
to the
totally
chicken
see.
of churches.
All right, I think who started on the last one? I've forgotten already.
Kevin.
So, Will, it's your turn. Because I was all over
Okay.
the Dairy Queen. Church's Chicken.
So I love me some Church's Chicken. But
That's how you always start.
they are 50-50.
So, wait, before we go any further, I just want to comment on what Caleb just said. Yeah, we're all garbage people who will eat from any of these restaurants if it was given to us. So we're going to
Yes.
start with, it's good, but... Just wanted to get that
That's
going to
be a running theme of everything I say. Church's Chicken, it can be great. Like, if you get it when it's freshly cooked, it is so good. I fucking love their chicken. I love their fries. I love their gravy. There's nothing. My mouth is watering thinking about
I'm
Church's
so hungry right now. Ah!
Chicken. However,
That piece of garbage.
the worst part about Church's Chicken is half the time you don't get it fresh. You get it after it's been sitting on the under the heat lamp for 3 hours. And the thing about Church's Chicken is, unlike KFC, Church's is a crispy, crunchy, delicious skin. So if it's been sitting under the heat lamp, you lose 70% of the flavor. So if we're talking fresh Church's Chicken, that's an A. But Old Church's Chicken, that is a C. So I'm going to average it out and say Church's Chicken is a B.
Now be careful. You're still streaming everything.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm not recording the screen. I'm only recording the audio. I just wanted to see how much this would cost me. Look, I'm hungry. I'm really hungry.
I am extremely hungry.
This is making me
Looks like we're
so
going to have to edit out a small section
hungry.
here, folks.
It is a good thing you both have separate toilets, because I saw you were hovering over, and dear God.
Yeah,
No,
he's
we
the
don't
one
have
with
to
the
cut
fan.
this out. We don't have to cut this out at all. That is fine. They can listen to how hungry I am. But
As
sorry,
long
you
as
said
we don't listen afterwards.
you
I said B.
You said B. Sorry, I'm so hungry at the moment. Like I am almost willing to spend that $50 on the Wendy's. Like I am hungry.
Bro.
Okay.
Are you $50 hungry, though?
Getting there.
Dude, it's 8 p.m. He's not gonna walk anywhere. He's gonna have to just pony out the dough.
He's got to pony out the door or go hungry.
Yeah, I might just have to go hungry. I don't think it's worth $50 to eat this late because I'm gonna feel like garbage if I go to bed after eating.
That's
You will.
fair.
Oh, this sucks because I am exceptionally hungry. Anyways, that's fine. It means I'll be able to taste the remembrances. Kevin, you can go next on the Church's Chicken.
Churches. So I've only been to churches 3 times, and 3 times garbage. They forgot that seasonings existed. The chicken was dry. And then if I did get something, if I got something with sauce on it, it was just swimming in a pool of sauce. So it became soggy. Their fries were good. I will say that their fries were the fries are like solid B tier. But the food for me at least was D tier, because good lord, all 3 times I got it, I just, you know, when you eat something and you need to drink water immediately after because it just absorbed all the moisture in your mouth. That's what the chicken did. Fucking chicken.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, they can have so much salt on there that it dries out your mouth immediately. But sometimes that's what I want.
When
I
it's
don't want to
bad,
piss out
it's
kidney
bad.
stones.
Same.
Just let me. So what's your overall rating then?
I'm giving it a D.
Oh, geez, that's low.
Like I've only had it 3 times, but every time I've had it, it has just been a massive disappointment. Like I would rather have just gone hungry.
I honestly can't argue with you, because when you get the old chicken that's been sitting around for too long, it's awful. It is truly awful. You have to get it fresh.
I don't know. I like it when it's old and like that, but I really like the salt.
So, if I'm gonna go for my opinion on this, and this is where we differ, so just to preface this a little bit, I have only recently started eating Church's Chicken within the last couple of years. I never used to have it. We were basically a KFC only chicken place with the occasional cold A&W chubby chicken because it was $1 a piece. So I've only recently had Church's, and I have never had a bad Church's order. I've only had maybe 10 orders of it, and it's been good every time. I've never had a bad one. I really like their fries. I really like their gravy. I really like their chicken. I really like their biscuits. I have not had a bad one. To me, they're better than KFC. I think that they're A on price and on taste. They're a little bit more expensive than KFC when it comes to the bucket meals, but they have other stuff that's cheaper. To me, they're an A. I give them an A because I've never had a bad experience there. I think everything is really good. But we have to average, and I'm going to have to actually do math, because we have a very mixed opinion on this one. An A, a B, and a D. So I think that that's going to drop it down pretty low. Puts it down to a 2.6, which would put it in B tier.
Looks like it's a B.
I think we'll drag it down to C, just because I think Caleb agrees and you moved more towards Kevin than I did. So I'm okay with putting it in C tier, because you guys have had enough bad experiences that I must have just been really lucky.
Yeah,
when it's bad,
I've never
it's
actually had bad. I've never had bad experience with it, but I'm also like Nathaniel and Kevin, where I haven't had very many experiences with it. Once was at like a Pokemon Go meetup, so it was like, I'm super hungry. Someone brought chicken. I'm really happy. That sort of thing.
And the few times I've ordered it, I love their biscuits. I really like their fries.
He always steals the biscuit.
I eat all of the biscuits. They're so good. But again, taste is subjective, and we'll go. I'm willing to go with the majority on that one. I'm not gonna fight on it. It's fine. Next one up. I think I get to start on this one, which is fine, because I have no real strong opinions for it. Chicken World. Chicken World.
Never ate there.
I have.
I love Chicken World.
Everyone else has. And so Caleb, it used to be called LA Chicken. It's that place that was in that little plaza by our parents' house for like years.
Okay.
We've had it very rarely. Our parents would buy it because it was way more expensive than KFC. And I have recently had it a couple of times.
Oh, okay, I know the one.
Their prices are no longer as terrible, but they're still quite high. But they haven't really gone up as where like all the other places have gone up from being very cheap to being, expensive. They stayed expensive, so they haven't really changed. So they're a bit more on par now. I think their chicken is very good. I would say that they're about KFC levels. They're a B to me.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were a subsidiary of Church's. Honestly.
No, they're a separate place, but they have changed their name. And I think part of the reason you think that is I think that one of the Churches became an LA Chicken and vice versa. So that might be why. I put them in B tier. I think that their chicken is good, but, I'm more than willing to go to KFC instead. They have more choice.
Yeah, but you wait a freaking 1,000 years for KFC.
Yeah, but that's beside the point.
Man.
Well, how do you think? What's your opinion on chicken?
So, for me, it's quite good. They do a very similar chicken to Church's, but of all the times I've ordered there, it's never been the same, like, ultra dried out, been sitting there for 7 years chicken. Now, I will preface that. I now live in a very populated area, so it's very difficult for that to sit around for too long. So if I was maybe out where I used to be eating Church's, it may be more hit or miss. But because it's been all hits, they're an A for me.
That's fair. And I think that's also the reason that I haven't had bad Churches. We have gone to the same Churches, but since I've gone there, they're always busy. So that's never old chicken.
That is nice.
Yeah. But sorry, we're talking about Chicken World. Churches is back, so that's fine. A. Kevin. Proceed.
I am torn between A and B tier because I've had their sandwiches, but I've never had just like a piece of fried chicken by itself.
Okay.
But every time I've gone there, at least for like their sandwiches, always like on point. never gotten a sandwich where it was cold, soggy, dry. It's always been like just a solid sandwich. So if they're just basing it off of their chicken sandwiches, I'm going to go give it an A tier. I have enjoyed it every time I've gone there. I've never once gone there and been like, wow, this has just been a colossal mistake.
All right. Nate?
I gave them a B. Sorry, Kevin. What did you give them?
A.
A. Okay. I'm fine to put them into A. If you guys are both on A, that's fine with me.
Yeah. All right.
I don't have a strong enough opinion that I'm going to fight for them to be in B.
Yeah, pretty damn good above average chicken.
I haven't had them enough, and to me, they're not very convenient, because I can't order from delivery for them. The only time I get it is if I'm walking to my parents' house, so that's why I probably put them in a B. If they were more readily available for me, I might have put them higher, so I'm fine with A. A is fine. Popeyes is the next one.
Yes.
A more recent addition to our local chicken scene. It's only been here for 2 years now at most?
Longer, but we didn't know it was close to us.
Well, for us in this part, it's fairly new. I know there was one in Richmond or something like that for a while, but it was not something that I was able to get at any point. But I'm not supposed to start on this one. I believe it's supposed to be Kevin?
Sure, Kevin? What's your feeling?
I'd give it a B tier. I've gone there a couple times just because there's a site I work at has it. It's part of the complex. So I have gone there a couple times, and every time I've gone there, it's always been a good experience. So I would give it a solid B tier, possibly even A tier along upside with Chicken World. I like them both. So for me, yeah, I'd probably give it an A tier for Popeyes. Just probably never have their gravy during the work week ever again.
I love their gravy.
Oh, it's good. It's really fucking good. The issue with it is it liquidates my insides for 24 hours after I consume it.
I don't have that issue, but yeah, no, man. For me, if I have a say on this, Popeyes gets A. It doesn't get S because they've screwed us too many times with our orders. But on their food, their potatoes are good, their poutine is good, their spicy chicken burger. Oh yeah, that's good.
So I have been giving you the tie break, basically. If you agree with the majority, I move it up, and if you don't, I either move it down or keep it where it is, basically. So your say does matter, because that's going to matter on this one, because I don't like Popeyes. And I know that this is subjective taste, but I don't think they're good. I don't like their gravy. Their gravy tastes more like a soup to me than it does a gravy.
That's what makes it so good. It's a stew.
But I don't like that. To me, gravy is supposed to be a salty, savory thing, not a spicy salsa. It's like a hot salsa. I don't want that.
Our definition of salsa is different.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to get across how the flavor profile doesn't work as a gravy for me. To me, gravy is it tastes like a savory meat sauce that's salty. That's what gravy is supposed to taste like. That is not what Popeye's gravy tastes like. Popeye's gravy is a very spicy... It doesn't taste bad, but I don't like it because it's not what I want for gravy. I want gravy, not whatever that is. And I don't think that their chicken and sandwiches are good enough for me to pick them over a place that's cheaper. I don't think their quality is bad. To me, they're solidly in B tier. For my particular tastes, they're a C tier, but I'm not going to give them C based off of my subjective taste. I think quality-wise, they're a B. I can't call them an A, because all of their stuff tastes the same. Their chicken strips taste the same as their popcorn chicken, taste the same as their pieces of chicken. There's no variance at all. So to me, it's oh, what do I choose? That thing that tastes the same or that other thing that tastes the same? And they have a variety of sides, but again, a lot of them taste the same. The mashed potatoes taste exactly the same as the fries. They're just a different texture.
But they're both potatoes.
But I know, but there's other restaurants I've been to where there's still a different flavor profile to the different types of potatoes. They don't taste exactly the same. But then again, go ahead.
I don't know what you want, man. I don't like that this potato doesn't taste different from that potato.
No,
What-
but
what's
they're
wrong with these
cooked differently. They
potatoes?
should have a different taste.
Okay,
To me,
okay, Kevin, I'm with Nate on this one. If you have, just because it's made of the same base ingredient, there's this magical thing called spices that
Yeah,
do
but-
change the flavor.
He's wrong though. Their fries, dude. Nathaniel, have you even actually eaten their potatoes?
yes, I've eaten their potatoes many
Okay,
times.
because
I usually
just
get
had their
both.
potatoes recently, and they taste completely different from their fries.
They don't to me. To me, their menu, I go there and I look at their menu and I think to myself, it doesn't matter what I order, I know exactly what it's going to taste like. That's not what I want. I like to go to a restaurant and maybe today I want something different. I don't have that option when I go there. Everything
you don't
tastes
have
the
to
same.
get the potato. You could get the shrimp.
I don't like their
True.
shrimp. I think their shrimp is really
yeah,
bad.
but you wanted something different.
It made me feel really sick the one time I ate their
Oh
shrimp.
my, your opinion invalid. You don't even like eggs.
Look,
Get out
I'm
of here.
Okay.
sorry. I'm putting it in B because I think that their quality is good, but I don't think they're good enough to be A. They do one thing, and they do it passively, but they don't do it above average to me. To me, it's a B.
All right. So, Nate, you know I hate to agree with you,
I know you do.
but I also have to put it in B.
Yeah.
It's a basic bitch chicken.
It
It's
isn't
okay.
B tier then.
It's not amazing. It's not. I would take chicken. Hell, I'd take Church's chicken over Popeyes any day.
Me too. Any day. Any day I would take Church's over Popeyes.
Yikes! Oh god!
I'm not your friend. That's the biggest
What?
betrayal of my life.
It took away LA chicken.
I think you have to put them onto the right side because when they
It's
overlap,
what I have to do is click it. I forgot to click. If I click after reshaping it, it's fine. So like if I do this,
He's replacing when instead of
Yeah.
doing a new.
if I do
selection.
that,
Oh,
we're
I
fine.
see.
Yeah, now we're
Okay.
fine. I'm not missing any of the other ones out. Did we delete any of the others? Yeah, we did. Fresh slice is gone. Where was it? It was
I mean, no big loss.
was it B?
It was
Yeah,
B.
you're probably right.
Yeah.
You're right.
B. It was B.
I'm disgusted that you put it with fresh slice.
They're on par.
No, you take that back.
I'm sorry.
you can't
I'm
really
sorry.
One sells
Oh.
pizza, one sells fried chicken. You can't really compare
Yeah,
the two.
I know.
Yeah, no,
also,
no.
Wendy's isn't an S tier. What the heck?
Look, Caleb, I'm sorry. I don't think it's S. It's definitely A. But speaking of which, I did order the Wendy's. I am weak. I am a weak man.
It should be
wall
S tier for a
noises.
portobello mushroom burger. Like, come on, man. Like, that is amazing. when it comes
Look,
around.
look. I'm sorry, Caleb. It's A tier. I don't think it's good enough to be S tier. The only
No.
one restaurant is S tier for me, and we're not there yet. And I'm gonna get destroyed on it anyway, so we're not gonna talk about it until we get there.
You're
So I don't
getting
want to be
close.
mad.
Getting close. There's 2 away.
Nah, I'm gonna skip it and come back to it last. I think it's Will's turn to start.
Yeah,
Is
on
it? Oh, yeah.
Quiznos.
Yeah, Quiznos.
So, I like Quiznos. I think they're far superior to that shitty restaurant called Subway.
I would have to agree. Yeah, continue.
There's really no buts here. They're just good. They have variation to their sandwiches. All of them have like a unique flavor. They don't all taste like the exact same fucking thing. They have good selection of drinks. They've got extras. Their price was fair. Quiznos is a solid A tier. It just makes me so sad that they lost the war and that
They still
shit
exist.
stain called Subway.
They still
is
exist.
what's they
Yeah, but
do,
they
but they are
lost the
so
war.
infrequent.
Yes, they did
They-
lose
they-
the war.
Yeah, man. They're like basically like refugees here and there.
Yep.
The refugees of the sandwich world.
Yeah,
Oh,
the sandwich
man.
war.
I went second on the
They
last
just
one.
couldn't. They just couldn't compete with a $5 footlong, man. Like they just couldn't do it.
But they don't even do. We'll get into that when we get to Subway. I have
They-
feelings. I have
They
feelings
couldn't
about
compete
Subway.
with having a mascot who wants to diddle kids.
Let's not. No.
Yeah,
Stop.
but you know what? He was that guy who used to walk around and it's like, why is he still wearing those pants? They haven't fit him in years.
Okay, that's
Oh.
Kevin Quiznos.
Quiznos. Yeah, I would agree with Will. A tier. I've never gone to Quiznos and had a bad experience. Every time I've gone there, it's usually the first time was why the fuck did I go to Subway before here? And then every time after that is thank God I'm here instead of Subway. So
Yeah.
A tier.
I'm with you guys. I think Quiznos is far and away better food than Subway. I definitely do. Again, I'm gonna say this so many times. I'm okay with eating garbage. I still like Subway.
Yeah.
It's garbage. I still like it. I'll still eat it. Quiznos, far and away better. Everything is toasted. I don't have to ask for it to be toasted. It's always toasted because that's a better sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
I
peppers
always
too.
I always liked Subway better, but not because they are a better sandwich, because they are better garbage. Like, I always liked the fact that, like, I could be like, yeah, you just put sauce on that? More sauce. I want more sauce.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue with you. Quiznos is A tier. I agree.
I wasn't arguing. I'm just
No.
saying
I'm saying
That's
with
fair.
them.
Yeah,
with
like,
I agree with everyone. Quiznos is A tier.
I used to fight with Nathaniel all the time. He's like, let's get Quiznos. I'm like, I don't want Quiznos. I want Subway. Because I want to feel like I'm eating healthy, but know that I'm not.
The downside to Quiznos, if there's one downside, it's that you have very little choice on the toppings because they have made the sandwich for you already, and you have to kind of almost fight with them to put different stuff on it.
Yeah.
But
So-
you know it's going to taste good even if they do it the way that it's supposed to be. So that's fine.
So that is a downside technically, but to me, that's an upside. I don't want to fucking have to build my own food. If I wanted to do that, I have a kitchen.
I know. I'm just saying that is the only negative is that sometimes you want other things on it and it's difficult to do. But that's fine. A tier. It's A tier.
Nah, man, I've been eating the same sandwich my entire life, and I'm not going to change. I have it down to a science at friggin' Subway. That's why.
I don't want to order Subway for him because they always laugh at me. I'll explain this when we get to Subway. I have ordered Subway for him several times, and they always look at me with this judging smile, and they think I'm lying when I say I'm ordering it for my brother, and I get so mad. Anyways, the next restaurant is going to make me feel a little bit like a traitor. Tim Hortons. They're C tier at best. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Canada. I really am. But they
Yeah,
have
you know-
terrible practices for their employees. Their food is not very good. And their donuts, they don't even make them fresh anymore.
We've passed the golden age with Tim Hortons back when they had the chili bread bowl. That would have made them
Yeah.
A tier, but
Yeah.
that is gone.
They have outliers. Their sandwiches, if you get their lunch sandwiches, the actual fresh sandwiches, they're still good. They're still a good
Yep.
sandwich.
True.
They're just on the upper side of B tier, but they're still not really worth going there. There's better sandwich
can-
places for the same price. Chachi's, much better sandwich,
I
same
love
price.
Chachi's, man. Yeah.
If you can get their soups are also very good, but they sell out so damn fast.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, you can buy their soups and their chilies in the supermarket
That's
for
true.
cheaper.
Yeah. The thing is that they're a Canadian icon, and garbage. I'll eat there, but they're not good. And again, they're hash browns, and you know I love hash browns. I would not order a Tim Hortons hash brown unless I have no other option. It's disgusting.
Their ice caps are really good though, but the price, not good.
Their hash browns are trash. Literal trash. And I would almost put them in D tier for the travesty that is their hash brown. But they're a C tier for me.
All right, Kevin?
D tier. I'm not sorry, Canada. D tier. We got to step our game up. This is an
Yeah,
embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap! There's nowhere to begin because they're not even at the fucking starting line.
Yeah, man. Like,
Like,
they even
holy-
got rid of all the best donuts. They're
They
like,
did.
oh, COVID. They're like, COVID rules. We're not gonna make frickin' sour cream glaze. That's the original donut, you sons of bitches. Why did you get rid of it? It was the only one worth eating.
Look, it's back. It's back. You can relax on that one. They brought back
Oh,
the sour
okay.
cream glaze.
All right, I'm still mad though.
That's fair.
All right, then. So we've got a C and a D tier.
Yep.
Now, I like their coffee, and
Their
I do
coffee's
like their
fine.
donuts.
It's fine.
But this is not a coffee and donut tier list.
No.
This is a food tier list.
It is.
And unfortunately, I have to agree with Kevin. It's a D. Like, their food can be so bad. Last time I got sick, it was after I'd eaten them, and I questioned if they had poisoned me.
I
Because
remember
after,
that conversation, yeah.
yeah, I ate something, I drank, and then my throat started feeling sticky. And then I was sick for a month. And I legit was like, for a while going, did they poison me?
Yeah. I know the last
So-
time I got an actual chili from them, like the meat was still frozen inside my chili.
And
Yeah.
their drinks, their summer drinks, are so acidic. Like, I've gotten their lemonade. I was like, oh, I'm going to try their, like, iced lemonade. It's probably good. Tasted like it had acid in it. It was so fake. And just... Tim Hortons! You're a Canadian institution. Do better. Do better.
They're not Canadian.
They're owned by
Americans.
American.
They're no longer... Well, they kind of... It's confusing. I'm not going to get into this. I looked it up.
It's a big fight.
It's a really weird thing, okay? They're a very odd company. There is only Tim Hortons in Canada. It is a Canadian-only restaurant still.
And they're in Despicable.
They're not good. I put them in C. I will put them in D with you guys. I don't think that their food is D tier, but I still think that they're bad. So I'm okay with it.
Sad Canadian noises.
Sad Canadian noises indeed. Okay, look, guys. Look. All right. Look.
Oh, we're not saving this for the end?
I really don't want to hate you guys. So I should save it for the end, but I'm not going to.
Because he's hungry.
I am hungry. I'm gonna try not to hate you for what you're gonna do to me. So think about our friendship, all right? I want you both. Wait, before I start, I'm starting on this one. I don't care.
Yeah,
think
so I
about
was
our
going to say,
friendship.
Nathan, you need to start.
Before you do this to me, remember, you're my best friends. Don't change that, okay? Prefacing this right now. Arby's is S tier to me. It's my favorite restaurant. They're the only restaurant that does the roast beef sandwich. Everything there is good. I have never had bad Arby's. Their curly fries are the best fries anywhere. I will throw hands on the curly fries. I am ready to punch someone if they tell me their curly fries are bad. They have sweet tea. There's no other restaurants that have sweet tea. I have driven an hour to get Arby's, and I would do it again.
Who's driven an hour?
I was in the car. There was a day. There was a day when I had a bad day. I was so sad. I was depressed.
Miracle.
I was ready to end, like, just be sad and go straight to bed. My dad called me and said he was bringing me Arby's, and I have never been happier in my life. It turned that day around. Arby's
Miracle.
is S tier to me. It is the best restaurant ever. Now proceed to
Alright.
ruining our friendship.
Should've
Kevin,
made
do you want to
that
go
best friend.
first?
I think I'll let you go first.
You'll let me go first.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh, also Arby's sauce is delicious. Not horsey sauce. I don't like
No,
horseradish.
I don't like their sauce.
Uh-oh.
Arby's
The
is
first negative
a
thing.
Arby's is a food place that I constantly confuse with Harvey's because they're basically the same thing.
I
They're
don't know what a
knockoff
Harvey's
Subway.
is. Oh, what? No, they're not. That doesn't make any sense.
Their food, it's a burger version of it. It is bland roast beef. It is bland meats on a bland bun.
I legitimately
honestly-
am starting to hate you a little bit. I'm going to try really hard to not let this affect us.
Feel the hate radiating from upstairs.
There was a time when Arby's was downtown, and it was near me, and I had a choice between eating Arby's and eating Burger King, and I every time
You
chose
stop!
Burger
You
King.
don't even finish what you're saying. You do not put it in the same place as Burger King. I will not allow that. You do not
Arby's?
compare Arby's to Burger King. You troglodyte!
Arby's the C.
Whoa.
Oh.
Kevin.
I'm writing it down, but you're on my list.
So I have gone in it a number of times because it used to be in the Metrotown Mall, and
Yeah.
that was where I found out that they had the loaded curly fries. Delicious. I would go there and get 2 of those.
They have that.
But the reason for why I would get 2 of those is because I found their sandwiches to be incredibly lackluster. So, because of that, I would have to put it into C tier as well.
Oh, you're both. Oh, I'm so annoyed with both of you right now. I'm gonna be professional and I'm gonna add it up, but I am.
Hey,
I
I haven't
am
said
livid.
anything yet.
Go ahead.
Alright, so like, you know that I'm not a huge fan of the roast beef sandwich, but I do really like their chicken sandwich. That's usually how I judge another restaurant. I like chicken sandwiches, so that's always pretty freaking good. But yes, their sweet tea, definitely pluses for me. Their curly fries, I really like. They also have a curly fries poutine. Did you know that? That thing's really freaking good as well.
Yes, it's so good.
Did not
Ooh.
know about that. That does sound
And-
awesome.
Yeah, dude, and they had, it wasn't a milkshake, it was some sort of sarsaparilla, like, ice cream float, almost. But it was so good. Like,
And sweet
tasted
tea
like
is just so much better than regular soda, and you can't get it anywhere else.
no, that's true. But that whatever soda that I got from them, it tasted like when you take an orange creamsicle.
Yeah.
And it was so good, especially on a hot day. That and the ambulance story always puts it up there for me too. So like, I would definitely put that in high B for me.
So I've averaged it out with Caleb being the tiebreaker. It ended as a 3.6, which pushes it to 4, which makes it a B. I'm using my veto. It's going to A. And I'm already mad about it being an A. I'm already mad about it being there. It's an S tier. You guys are troglodytes.
I mean, you didn't do that for Wendy, so
Fair.
We might use our
fair
vetoes
enough.
later. We'll see.
Fair enough. To be fair, the story with the ambulance is very funny.
oh,
So,
dude, I love that.
to get to there's only okay. I know that my opinion is the minimum. When I'm thinking without my heart, because I love this place. It's my favorite restaurant. Have I made that clear? Have I made it clear, viewers?
You know,
my
it's funny
favorite
that it's your
restaurant.
favorite restaurant, but they don't serve hash browns.
That is
Yeah, that's
actually
true.
interesting. Anyways, let me finish my story. I know that it's not that popular because there's only 3 of them left in our province, and we have to drive at least a half hour each way to get to it. And where it is, it's beside a very large mall, and you have to get to it around a bunch of meridians and a bunch of those weird plastic dividers that stick up to stop people from turning. An ambulance came. He could not find his way into the Arby's, so he put his siren on, drove over the cones and into the drive-thru. And he needed that Arby's stat, and that man and me are of the same spirit at that moment, because I would have done that. And also sorry, go ahead.
No, I can't say I can condone those actions.
I'm just saying, I was there. I was a witness to this, and it was hilarious.
I would also like to say for the viewers out there, because I've looked at the analytics, almost everyone who watches my videos are from America. In Canada, sweet tea is not normal, where it's actual tea that's cooled down and it has sugar in it. We have Nestea or Brisk, which is not actually made with tea, I don't believe.
It's just sugar and
Yeah,
water.
it's basically a sugary drink that they call iced tea, but it isn't actually iced tea. So that's why, to us, sweet tea is kind of a treat. It's not something you really get unless you make it yourself. Yeah, alright.
Moving
I can
on.
hold in my hate. Booster
For now.
Juice is next. Since I jumped onto the first start for that, which of you two wants to go for Booster Juice?
Kevin?
I'll go D tier.
Yeah, I concur with him completely.
Smoothies are not food. They make good smoothies, but that's not food.
Well, it's more because the last one that I drank tasted like crushed up rockets.
Ooh, I've had that one too, actually. Yeah, I know what
it's
you mean.
not good. It was.
Oh, by the
bad.
way, our food's outside if you want to grab it.
Alright.
Will, you go next. Booster Juice, what do you think?
So, I'm going to rate it B because for me, a smoothie does replace meals for me. I'll happily have a smoothie instead of like a burger or something like that. B. No, actually C. We'll put it in C.
Okay, alright.
Their smoothies taste good, but for me, if I'm going for a smoothie as a meal replacement, I generally want it to be healthier than the alternatives, and their smoothies are just not. They're so
candy.
full of sugar, and they're so full of other shit. Just go to Body Energy Club. They way better.
Wasn't
smoothies.
there another one too? What was the other one called? Was it Java Juice?
Orange
Java
Julius.
Juice. No, Java Juice. Orange Julius doesn't even try to pretend that their smoothies are healthy. Java Juice and Booster Juice are the ones that pretend that they're healthy.
I don't know Java, but
It's exactly
Yeah.
the same as Booster Juice. I think I'm the only one here who's actually eaten the food from Booster Juice.
wait, they sell food?
They sell food. They sell paninis. They sell wraps. They
Really?
sell like weird donut things that have like grass stuff in them. Like what's that grass that they sell? I can't
Oh
remember what it's
gosh, I
called.
remember that grass. I had
Yeah,
a smoothie
yeah,
of it
yeah,
and it
yeah.
made me vomit profusely.
Can't remember what it's called. Alfalfa greens? No, it's not alfalfa.
No,
greens.
it's like wheatgrass or something.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Their food is worse than Tim Hortons' food, unfortunately, because it's basically, if you've ever gone to a no-name coffee shop and they have like the paninis in the thank you sir, and they have the paninis in
Did you
like
get 2 iced teas? Or one?
No, one was an iced tea, one was a
Okay,
Coke.
then it's an
My brain just stopped working. What was I saying? Right.
Well,
If you've
like
ever been to any
paninis.
coffee shop and you've seen that they have like those paninis in the display, and it
Yeah.
gets heated up, it's on par with those, if not a little bit worse, because they try to make them healthy. So they're weird things like chicken cranberry panini or something like that. So it doesn't taste as good as the one from the coffee shop, because those ones are like base level, beef and cheese or something like that, which is going to at least taste okay. These ones are weird flavors. You don't think they're going to taste okay. I do agree with you that I think that a smoothie is a meal replacement, but I got to give them C just because I did go through a weird phase where I really liked them, but it's more of a dessert than a food.
All right, C, 2 C's makes sense.
Yeah.
2 C's and a D.
2 C's and a D. I think we'll put it in C then. Although Caleb did agree with Kevin.
about
Booster juice, C or a D?
D.
All right, we'll move it to D then.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna die on that hill. They're pretty bad.
Yeah, no, 2 C's, 2 D's, but neither one of us is strong about it being better than D. I'm down for D.
Yep.
No, don't clip that.
See, what? You're always down for it to be a D. What we should do is I need to take you to Body Energy Club, and we can have their smoothies there, and they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
Their maca smoothie makes me go nuts.
I believe it is Will's turn to start. So 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
The fact that we're even considering this as a restaurant or like fast food is almost.
So they do
laughable.
delivery.
They do.
You can take it to go.
Yeah, no, I know. Technically speaking, like if they have hot food, who
They
sell
have hot
you
food.
that you can? Yeah, like it's technically speaking, yeah, like fast food.
It is absolutely D tier. I would go as far to say it is the mythical E tier or F tier, as it's not food. I eat their corn dogs because it's corn dogs, but the 7-Eleven food, quite frankly, isn't food. Their wedges are never cooked. The rest of their stuff is maybe cooked. Honestly, I'm scared of eating anything chicken-based there because I'm not sure if they'll actually cook the chicken or just give me salmonella.
Yeah.
It is horrendous, greasy, disgusting. The worst, like all the other places we talk about on a really bad day, it's sitting out and spinning for 3 hours. On a good day, it's only been there for 3 days. On a bad day, it's like month-old spinning, just jerky food at that point.
I have to interject on this one that yes, almost all 7-Elevens are like this. However, the one near our house, if you go there when Rose and the other girl are cooking, she will put it on fresh for you. And like one time she actually did this in front of me where I was like, I want that pizza. She picked it up, looked at it and said, no, you can't have this, and threw it in the garbage can and made me a fresh one right there.
So, that is nice. If you do know someone at the 7-Eleven that can give you special treatment and make you fresh food,
Yeah.
I absolutely would say that can be different. But
Yeah.
99.99% of all other instances, it's F tier.
Yeah, I got a pizza from them before, and I think it was under that lamp for a long time because the bottom half of the pizza, like dough, was inedible. It was too fucking hard to chew. I was gonna break my teeth trying to chew through this dough.
So, do you put it in the black box of shame as well?
Yeah, D tier. Fucking get this garbage out of here.
Below D.
Okay. I'm going to talk about 7-Eleven for a few minutes, alright?
Oh god. no.
Don't worry! Don't worry!
Yeah, whatever. Tell me your story. They'll find out soon enough. They'll find out. Fucking
Again,
illiterate.
garbage. Garbage person, I like garbage. 7-Eleven, it has a reason to exist. It's cheap, you can get a lot of food. If you're really hungry, they're never closed. They have a variety of hot food. You want 20 chicken wings? They got 20 chicken wings. You want 6 taquitos? They got 6 taquitos. You want a pizza? That pizza's already there for you, bud. It's right on the warmer. It's been there for 5 days. It's warm and ready for your belly. It is bad. It's real bad. They used to have one redeeming feature, which was their chicken strips and their hash browns, because I love hash browns. But they couldn't even get those right. They changed their chicken strips to a cheaper brand as soon as they realized that people were picking them over other restaurants. And their hash browns are inconsistent as all get out. They're definitely D tier, but there's still a special place in my heart for 7-Eleven, because if I'm hungry and I want a crap load of food, 7-Eleven's the place to go.
So D tier it is.
Yes, D tier. Oh,
D tier is 7-Eleven is. Oh,
I agree with you guys. I just wanted to point out that it doesn't have to be.
I have had good 7-Eleven food. And when I say good 7-Eleven food, it's still not going above like C tier, even at its best, but it's edible.
it's true. If you have people who care, anything can be good. But 7-Eleven does not pay their employees to care. It
No.
barely pays their employees to show up. All right, who's talking about the devil itself?
Big Rotten Ronnie.
All right, since I just, I believe it's my turn after taking Arby's.
I believe so. Yeah.
McDonald's. What can we say about McDonald's? I think they're A tier. Now, this is because, again, McDonald's consistently tastes good, and I have cravings for McDonald's. Do I think that means that their quality is higher? I just think they've engineered their tastes better. That's about it.
Being they drugged it better.
You're probably right. There's never a time when someone would give me McDonald's and I would say, no, I don't want that McDonald's. I will eat McDonald's any day. Their fries are good. Their burgers are good. Their chicken is good. Everything is good. That being said, I could be, if everyone else disagrees and says B, I'm down to move it down to B because the service is not consistent. The food is consistent in taste, but not in presentation, and I have never had a restaurant where the workers are less reliable to put together the same thing they put together every day for 8 hours. I have never had another restaurant that has forgotten the meat on my burger multiple times.
Or leave
Surprised
the
you could
eggshell
tell the
in
meat
your,
wasn't there.
sandwich.
I have had them forget the meat in my burger 4 times at the same McDonald's. And it was to the point where I literally just accepted it one day and just ate the bun sadly, and my dad just laughed at me because there was no fight left. It was just
Here's the thing, Nate.
Again.
There was no flavor difference between just the bun and no. And
no,
the
there
meat.
definitely was
That's
because
not true. However,
that's
I
not
do
true.
like how if you looked on the receipt, I looked on his receipt for that day, it said no bun, add bun, and they charged him extra for the bun.
No, it was actually no egg, add egg, and they took the meat off and only put the egg on it.
But they charged you extra for the bun.
They did. They charged me extra. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They basically said, "Screw this, man." It's also, you know what? I'm taking it away. I've had enough bad experiences that it overweighs the fact that their food is good. I'm dropping them down to B, and I am almost tempted to put them in C because of the service. But because the food is good enough, I'm putting them back in B. I'm going to say B. And only because they're not making a personal A for me because the consistency of the staff and the food preparation is not there.
All right, Kevin, you go next. I've got words for this one.
What do I say? I mean, I unfortunately worked at this dumpster fire of an establishment.
Oh, so have I.
Yeah, all
So
three of you have.
so as far as like the food goes, like bottom of B, top of C, like it's very lackluster. Like you know what you're getting. You know what the experience is going to be already, and I think that's part of the like it's like a pro and a con. Like you already know, like okay, like this is how a Big Mac tastes. I'm going to enjoy this, but there's never been a point in time where you take a bite and go, holy shit, this is the best Big Mac of my life, because they have it down to a science.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I did like it when they had the Build-A-Burger, but they lost so much money out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's either bottom of B tier or the top of C tier.
All right.
Because if you look at all the other B tiers we have, I would much rather go to any other of those before going to McDonald's. And at C tier, I would probably pick McDonald's before going to the others. Personally, anyways.
All right.
So to me, McDonald's is D tier.
Hmm.
It is dog shit. I don't like McDonald's. Their burgers are bland and flavorless. Their buns are bland and flavorless. They have decent sauces. They have the chintzy, pathetic waste of space fries that are just nothing but salt. You could get the same experience by licking a salt shaker. Their food is so poor. The hygiene in their stores is so poor.
That's true.
The price for what you're getting is also still not good. At any real burger place, you could go there and buy just a patty, eat the patty, and go, I could use some other sauces and stuff, but it was still good meat. It was still tasty. You can't do that at McDonald's. It is just flash fried cardboard. Everything there is flash fried cardboard.
The only thing is, though, Will, you're probably the one who's eaten the most McDonald's out of everyone here.
That is correct. I got fat eating off of McDonald's.
I was gonna
I
say.
live on top of a McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, look, here's my argument for McDonald's. I would say that the only reason I would say that McDonald's is bottom of B and not lower is because McDonald's is kind of the baseline restaurant that everything else is based off of for taste. You would feel safe comparing it to McDonald's. That's why I think that McDonald's would be considered the average at B and not lower than that. If we were going off of just the taste. When we're going down to service and stuff, I could see it dropping. So I would be comfortable with McDonald's in a C. I'm not comfortable with McDonald's in D, because I do not think that McDonald's is anywhere near as bad as 7-Eleven or Tim Hortons or Booster Juice. I would much prefer to eat McDonald's to any of those four.
Then we're gonna have to do
I-
it the math way because
No,
here's the thing.
I'm
I
still
will
not in
eat-
this, man.
I will eat 7-Eleven. I eat Tim Hortons. I eat Booster Juice. I will not eat McDonald's anymore. I just don't like it. It's so bad.
So if I do the math, it goes to C tier.
But I still haven't said anything about it either. So
What do you think? What do you think, Kill?
I think they should be B, not because it is good food, but because it is food that you will crave. Like, how many times someone's been like, "Oh, I just went to McDonald's because I needed some of their fries." Like, I needed their fries. Or like you'd be walking with someone's like, or they're really drunk and hungover. I could go for a McDonald's double cheeseburger. Like, it's the food that you want, but not the food that's good for you or the food that you need, but it's the one that you will eat. And it's within the price range that you're willing to pay for that cheap shit.
Yeah, and it's consistently good. But again, even with your B, it still works out to a C.
Because yeah, I don't. Even when I am drunk, I'm hungover, and I want something cheap and quick. I would rather go hungry than eat
That's
McDonald's.
because you've destroyed yourself with McDonald's, man.
They've also
fair.
done
Your
some.
tolerance has gone so high.
They also lost a lot of their charm when they went from the kid-friendly idea of the restaurants to try to become like the
Fancy.
hip coffee
Nick
hangout.
Cafe.
I hated
I mean, their
that.
fraps are really good. Their fraps
Yeah, but I don't.
super good.
I liked the kid-friendly atmosphere
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah.
It made them kind of more interesting. Burger King
Impish.
used to be the same. It made them what they were. They're the restaurant you take your kids to. Your kids will love it. It tastes good.
Well, it's just like, why isn't Pizza Hut a hat anymore? I liked it when they were a giant hat.
Oh, Kill, but did you not notice I used the old logo for Pizza
Yeah, I
Hut?
did notice
Yeah.
that. Because that's the way it should be.
Yeah, do you
Which, by
remember-
the way, in Abbotsford, it still is.
Do you remember the pizza buffets, Kill, when we used to go and eat
Yeah.
inside and we got the pods?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Why do you think
yeah.
I have those Coca-Cola cups? Because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what they used to have.
So, for all of you out there, and that this includes Will and Kevin, the cups he's talking about is he went to a garage sale and he found, if you've ever been to a restaurant back in the 90s and early 2000s, they had the same clear plastic cups that had the like 3 little lines that went up on the inside edges. And they would stack together. They had like a frosty exterior down to the bottom where it was smooth. And it's
And they're
those
usually
cups.
red.
Yeah, red or blue.
Yeah.
And he found those cups. And looking at those cups is instant nostalgia to sitting in a restaurant in the late 90s, early 2000s. Right. Mary Brown's. Who's starting on Mary Brown?
I don't remember that store.
It's a chicken place, very new.
Never been to it.
Well, if Will hasn't been to Mary Brown's, then we have to take it off the list because, I mean, he has nothing to base his opinion off of at
That's
that
fair.
point.
That's fair. We'll just talk about it real quick, just to say what it is. Mary Brown's is a fried chicken place, very similar to Popeyes, KFC, and the others, except that I think they only do chicken. I don't even know if they do sandwiches. I think it's just chicken.
They do sandwiches.
They do sandwiches. I have
Yeah.
only had them a couple of times. They're, to me, on par with KFC, maybe a little bit better. They're a little bit better. I don't like their wedges. They have the same problem that all wedges have. They're often undercooked. Meh. We'll skip it then. Subway. This one's going to take a while, I think, because we all have opinions on Subway.
Yes.
Will, take it away. Tell us how much you hate Subway.
It's bad. Subway isn't McDonald's bad is the question. I'd say Subway is slightly better than McDonald's.
Ooh,
Because I don't just hate
interesting.
the smell of it.
Okay, but
Subway
to be fair,
is still bad.
to be fair, you also hate the smell of it because you worked there, had bad experiences there, and
I
memories
live above
mixed
it.
with scent, and you live above it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're
that's fair.
objective enough.
I can almost guarantee I'm not, but I
Nah.
still have that opinion.
That's fair. That's fair.
So Subway to me is it's like eating a paper plate. It has no flavor.
Oh,
They have bland sandwiches, which no matter which one you get, is all gonna taste the same in the end, because it's the same 11 different things you can put on it. You might as well stay home and make yourself a sandwich out of whatever's growing in your fridge. It's
Growing?
yes, growing. It is in fact food. You can in fact eat it, but I don't understand why anyone on Earth does. So for that, ooh, is it DQ bad though?
I don't think it's DQ bad, man.
I'll
It's
put it
bad.
in C. It's not DQ bad, but it's bad.
Kevin, go ahead. You go next then.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say C tier. Whereabouts in C tier? Okay, well, I'm maybe like the middle, but yeah, like Subway is all around just mediocre. It's if you didn't have any food at your house, and it was the only thing nearby, then sure, go eat it. But other than that, yeah, like do you not have a loaf of bread and some lunch meat? Same experience. So yeah, C tier.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. Subway, for me, is a restaurant that we ate a lot. So, you've probably noticed the theme. My parents would buy us food from the cheapest restaurants because we didn't have a lot of money. Subway, at one point in time, although they don't anymore...
We were so poor.
Yeah, we were so poor, to steal from a much more popular YouTuber. They actually had $5 footlongs, and it was a large variety of different ones, and you could split a footlong with two people. They would be full. They weren't great, but they were enjoyable. I liked the taste. I still like a meatball sub every now and again with a little sriracha on it, some sweet onion sauce. I still like that. I hate ordering for my brother because he always wants a ham sandwich with spinach, lettuce, cucumbers, and just so much mayonnaise that you can't see the actual contents anymore. It's just mayonnaise. And I have literally gone in and been like, he wants extra mayonnaise. She puts on 2 servings. Extra mayonnaise. More. No, he wants a lot. And they look at me, and they've got that smile in their eyes that says, you're a fat fuck. It's not me. It's not for me. That's disgusting. Thinking about that sandwich makes me want to throw up. That much mayonnaise is a problem. It's disgusting. It's squirting out everywhere. It's so gross.
So, Caleb, you're not eating a sandwich. You're just eating mayonnaise.
Well,
She's
you know
eating
what?
mayonnaise.
When we were kids, like, Mom actually used to make me just, like, straight up Miracle Whip sandwiches. It was just Miracle Whip between 2 slices of white bread. And just
Yeah.
sent me to school with that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I actually do like a good Subway every now and again. I agree it's not great quality. I don't agree that all the sandwiches taste the same. I think that that's you putting the wrong stuff on it, because when I have a tuna sandwich, I put different things on it to accentuate the flavor of tuna. And when I have a meatball sub, I put different things on it because I want to taste the meatballs. But again, to your point when we were talking about Quiznos, I might as well just be making my own sandwich then, because I'm the one picking what's on it. They're not doing any of the work for me. I
Don't
get
you
that.
want your sandwich to be made by a depressed college student?
Yes, we're not going to
Strangely
steal
enough,
from a comedian.
no.
I
don't.
You know what? You go to any restaurant, it's being made by a depressed person. It doesn't matter. I agree with C tier. I
also
don't
agree.
I don't think it's bad enough to be in D tier. There are days when I would say I've had a really fresh and good Subway sandwich and I'd put it in B tier, but not enough that I would ever dream of putting it next to like A and W. It's definitely C tier.
It's one of those places that if I'm out on a walkabout and I'm near a Subway, like a lot of the times I'll be like, yeah, I'll pick up sandwiches for me and Nathaniel and just like walk home with sandwiches. Because, like,
Yeah.
I've
It's
been
a lazy
out
food.
walking through a thing. Well, no, it's not necessarily a lazy food because like there's always like I pass so many fast food restaurants. It's just one of those things when I'm out on a really long walk, I want a sandwich afterwards.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, for me, if I'm eating Subway, either I'm with my dad, because he likes Subway, or it's the only thing that's convenient, and I don't want to go further for something better.
So
Yeah.
I do tend to go for Chachi's now more than Subway.
Yeah, Chachi's is a much better sandwich, but they also charge you a premium.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're so expensive compared.
And they would have been on the list, but not everyone's had Chachi's. I think you and
Yeah.
me are the only people who have.
Yeah, I know. Well, I brought Will to Chachi's before.
Maybe.
Yeah, in the mall, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I did have it. It was good. Small, but good.
Yeah.
Just to explain, Chachi's is a sandwich place. If that wasn't clear, it's a very fancy sandwich place. Very expensive. Very good sandwiches, though. They've got, like, the artisan buns and all that kind of stuff. But you pay for the quality, so it's...
It's like $14 a sandwich.
Yeah, and it's much smaller than a Subway sandwich, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you need like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I always like it. I consider that like my healthy eating out if I go to Chachi's.
It's
Because,
funny...
Like, yeah.
Because your only reason you think it's healthy is because it's smaller.
Yeah. That's 100% why. Well, that and also I always get like the chicken bacon ranch. So it's got like nice lean cut chicken in it. It's mostly lettuce, and then a little bit of ranch sauce on it.
It's also not as processed. You can tell when you eat it
Yeah.
that the meat is not processed nearly as much as it is from Subway. So in some ways, yes, healthier, but still not healthy. As our next one is probably the most unhealthy one out of all of these ones, because everything is swimming in sugar and deep fried, Manchuwok.
Oh,
I don't know
baby,
if it's-
solid B tier.
I don't know if it's less healthy than like Fresh Slice or Taco Bell.
It's less
I give
healthy
it
for
D.
sure. It is far less healthy than those ones. I guarantee you that if we look at the nutrition information, Manchuwok stacked with sugar. Like the sugar is going to be through the roof on those things. Sorry, Kevin. I guess you'll start because you've already given it a beer. Give us your reasoning, sir.
It's just fast food, Chinese food. Like, it's just what's not to like. You just walk up like, I want this thing, I want this thing, and I want this thing. Good. Are you gonna feel like absolute ass in a couple hours? Yes, but I do it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It has gotten like a little too expensive over the last couple of years. So it's like $15 for a 3-item. It's kind of insane.
To be fair, though, to go off of your point, I agree with you on B. I'd almost push it to A if it wasn't for the fact that you feel like garbage. If you ate it and you didn't feel like you were going to die afterwards, I'd give it an A. But because you will always feel like crap, I push it to B. The thing that I like about Manchuwok is you always get enough food that you're full. You're never not full after eating a Manchuwok. And the
This is
food
true.
is always consistent. There is never bad Manchuwok. There is never exceptional Manchuwok. It is always exactly the same. You go to any Manchuwok in the Lower Mainland and you say, I want the ginger chicken, tastes the same. You want the sweet and sour, tastes the same. It's exactly the same. You don't go to one and say, I guess the chef was off today. No, always exactly the same. And you get a lot of food. It gets you that hit of Chinese food when you don't want to go to a Chinese restaurant and spend $50 because you have to either spend $50 for one person or $50 for 5. There is no in between. I agree. I think
Yeah.
B. I think solid B.
I absolutely agree. It is solid B. Manchuwok is good food. It makes you feel pretty bad afterwards. but I know that if I am in a food court, there is one place above all else that I'm looking for. Give me that wok.
Yep. Yep. If you can't decide what you want, Manchu wok.
It's always
No.
there to have your back.
Yeah.
No? Well, yeah, you don't like Chinese food, though.
I'm sorry, Caleb. I respect your opinion on anything, but you will eat nothing that's not Americanized burgers, ham, or potatoes.
Whoa.
So your opinion on Manchu wok is completely
Yeah,
invalid.
no, you're right.
Shots fired.
Nah, man, it's 100% true. It's like, if it's not frickin' filet de ba potatoes or meat on a, like, frickin' burger, nah, what's the point?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, he does not like any kind of ethnic food at all.
Well, nope,
So-
I like authentic Mexican food.
Yes, but again, I think that's got a lot to do with the fact that authentic Mexican food has similar taste profiles to the Americanized Mexican food. It's just the quality is far and above better. That's a conversation that's completely separate from this next restaurant. I'm going to start on this one, Triple O's. Triple O's, for those of you who don't know, because none of the American viewers will know this, because it is a Canadian-only restaurant, it is the fast food version of a diner that we have in Canada called White Spot. And you know what? There might actually be a few in the States. I'll have to check. But as far as I'm aware, I know it started in Canada. And I know they don't have it in the UK or anywhere like that. I'll look it up when it's not my turn. I have to give Triple O's A tier because their burgers taste better than A&W burgers. Their hash browns for breakfasts are better. Their breakfast sandwiches are better. Their fries, I actually don't like their fries. Their fries are a little tasteless. Their hash browns, great. You know, I love hash browns. Their fries, not good. Their milkshakes, good. And as a burger place, they're a slightly higher tier fast food burger place. I like Triple O's. I like them a lot. They're not that much more expensive. I think that they're A tier because everything there tastes really good.
So Triple O's is the only place where I ate a burger, aside from Red Robin's, and I got sick from eating it. Like, I can eat absolute garbage. You've seen me eat. But, like, Triple O's, I've had it happen twice, too. I bought their burger, and it just made me feel like my engine was full of frickin' sugar.
That's weird. I have not had that, and I have a terrible stomach. But
No,
I have
I
never
know.
felt bad
Like
after
I
Triple
said,
O's.
it was just super weird. But like their burger, I think it had something to do with the type of bacon that they had on the burger, and it just didn't go well with me.
To me, it's A tier. I'm interested to hear what the other two think.
Kevin?
S tier. Fucking delicious.
Wow.
I will admit that the fries by themselves are kind of bland, but that's why they have the add-ons like poutine or garlic parmesan fries, or you can swap them out and get sweet potato fries. So yeah, S tier, delicious. Is it as good as the dine-in restaurant? No, not even remotely close. But as far as fast food goes, I would go to Triple O's before any of these other places that we have on the list.
Fair enough.
Keep that in
That's
mind.
good to know. All right, before I say, Nate, you're going to delete Manchu Wok.
Fair enough.
So while I do like it, I'm not with Kevin up in S. I will say it is a solid A tier choice. It is very good. Interestingly, of the places we've discussed so far, my favorite fries.
Really,
Interesting.
They are probably my least favorite fries of all of these places.
Wow, okay.
By
Well, what
themselves.
was about them
by,
that you like so much? 'Cause I
by
find them
themselves.
just thick
Yeah,
and no seasoning,
Yeah.
and they're almost dry sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah. or too soggy.
I just find generally, well, I haven't had an issue with the soggy ones, so for me it's just generally they are a thick, fluffy, lightly salted fry that it doesn't overbear the flavor of the potato, but the salt just adds that little extra. I just love those fries.
So
That's why I buy 3 of them.
What I will say about their fries is another thing to note about Triple O's is that they are the official restaurant of BC Ferries. So if you ever take the
Yeah.
BC Ferries, the restaurant that's on every single ferry is a Triple O's. And that has also added good memories to Triple O's for me personally because I love ferry rides. and I like going to the like cafeteria style triple O's and like bringing your tray up to that like
Yeah,
stupid
he does.
thing with the like 3 poles that you slide it along to pay the person. It's a good experience.
It's only triple O's where you can buy a chili dog.
Yeah. Also, their fries. Excuse me. Their fries to me aren't good by themselves, but I do agree with Kevin. They make really good poutine fries because they're
Yeah,
thick.
that's true.
You
They are
cover them
very
in
good.
gravy. They're great with add-ons. They're not a good eat-alone fry, except apparently to Will. I don't like them. They're too thick. They're too thick. It makes them a little bit tasteless. It's like I'm eating a raw baked potato, which I don't like raw baked potatoes. I like stuff with my potatoes. So to me, no, I'm not a fan of the fries by themselves. With stuff, yeah, they're good. I confidently put in A tier, like I say. Will, you said A tier. Kevin said S
Yep.
tier. Caleb, you're the tiebreak on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them, but like you said, their poutine is really good. I really like their milkshake. Their burgers. I think I just ended up with bad burgers. So I'm gonna say A.
All right, so it averages out to 4.2, so it goes to A tier.
Sorry, Kevin.
It's cool.
I mean, that's still up at the top of what we have. And I agree with that. I think that of the restaurants, it is one of the best fast food places. Is it better than a sit-in restaurant? No, but like you said, fast food, it's high up there. Fast food, it's good. It's decadent. It's great.
It's decadent.
It's decadent. We're gonna hit up our last place now. This will come to an end, which is good because this is a long episode, which I'm okay with. I've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun. Will, I guess you get to end this one.
I don't
So,
know what it is because I can't
Taco
read
time. Taco time.
the. Ooh,
Taco
taco
time.
time.
That is definitely diarrhea in like the making, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah. It very similar to Taco Bell,
Yeah.
where you'll feel it afterwards.
Yeah, but their
But it's
portions
a-
are bigger.
Their portions are bigger. It's higher quality. It just tastes better. I do like it, though. I still have to give it only a B.
Yeah, did I go last on triple O's? I did go last on triple O's. No, I went first on triple O's.
Yeah, you did.
So that means it's Kevin, it's your turn.
I'd have to give it B tier as well. Like, I like it. We have there's a lot of restaurants that I work beside, but that's one of the ones we actually do landscaping for. It's one of those sites. It's in Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
And so we do hit up the Burrito Thursday or whatever day is Burrito Day. So I really like it. Also, I am all for tater tots over fries. I think more
Yeah.
places should follow suit.
100% agree.
I would like if McDonald's started doing tater tots, I'd probably start going to McDonald's more, and that would probably bump it up to B tier. But yeah,
You're
solid
listening to
B
McDonald's.
tier.
You know, Taco Time there used to be one in the food court at the Guilford Mall, and it was the place I would always choose. I really like Taco Time. I'm going to preface with, yes, I feel like garbage every time I eat Taco Time. There's only a couple of places on this list where if I eat there, I know I'm going to suffer. Manchukuo, Taco Time, Taco Bell, always feel like garbage. Taco Time, really good though. I really like Taco Time. I agree 100% on the tater tots. I love them. When I was so confused because in Guilford, the Taco Time turned into a Taco Bell, and I was like, what happened to the tater tots, man? What? Why have you become garbage? The
Yeah.
tater tots are so good. Their deep fried beef burrito is amazing for something that only has 2 ingredients. It's so good. It's literally just a deep fried tortilla with beef in it, and it tastes so good. I gotta give them B because, again, just like with Manchukuo, if I didn't feel like shite every time I ate it, I'd put it in A, but I do feel like garbage every time, so I gotta put it in B. I would like to preface that if you go to American Taco Times, they're so much better than the Canadian counterpart because they actually have like a taco platter that comes with like refried beans, a rice mix, chips, the tater tots, and the burrito for like the same price as you would get for one burrito here. Oh man. But yeah, no, solid B tier.
so I would put it in S if I did not have to like clear my schedule for the next day after eating it. Like seriously, man, like I made the mistake of eating it on a Sunday, so the next day when I was at work, I think I did 2 hours of work that whole day. The rest of the day, just taking care of business in the bathroom. Like that's the way it is. That is like the only restaurant that will actually give me like all the time. Like you know that it's gonna make me sick.
Oh
But it's I don't go there very often, so when I do, I always load up because like why wouldn't you? But I like that you can buy a giant jug of their hot sauce. Their hot sauce is like my favorite.
Yeah, I didn't mention it. Their hot sauce
yeah.
is delicious.
Yeah, you didn't mention their hot sauce is super tasty. It's not spicy, but it's very tasty, which is what I like. And yeah, the portions compared to like Taco Bell, huge. And yeah, a higher quality. So I'm gonna say high A, just because like everyone has said, you eat there, you regret it, but it's good.
Well, 1A and 3 Bs is going to put it solidly in B.
Yeah, I know.
So we'll stick it there.
Yeah. The biggest thing is if they could somehow solve the need of destroying your toilet afterwards.
If you could
they would
eat
rate
it
so much
without-
higher.
Without the price of admission being diarrhea, it would be so much better. All right, everyone gets their one veto before we finish. I've already used mine, guys. You can move one up or one down if you want. If you're happy, leave it. Make your decision. Don't make me hate you, please. I don't want to have to.
Wendy's up.
Caleb wants Wendy's
Will
up.
wants to drag Arby's down.
Don't do it. Do not do it.
Devin, we could tag team.
Oh, we could tag team.
Do
but
not do it
I
just
will-
to make me hate you. That is not fair to me or Arby's.
No, I'm going to use my veto to boost Triple O's to S tier.
Oh, fuck.
And you
again.
deleted it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's fine, it's fine. I gotta do some editing
How
anyways.
could you delete my red-haired goddess?
Oh, I have mixed feelings about what you just said.
Look, you gotta love redheads. They
Dude,
bring the extra
you
fire
gotta
and
love
fun.
the freaking social media thing that Wendy did.
Oh,
You gotta love that.
we did talk about that. We did talk
Oh
about
man,
that.
that is amazing. Like,
Yeah. Alright, so with mine, I guess I'm gonna use mine to push McDonald's down.
I love it.
It was between Domino's up and Mickey's down, and Mickey's has to go down.
Oh, that is the level of spite that I appreciate.
no, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
because it
pull
wasn't-
you up. You're going down.
Oh yeah.
No, I just
No.
like it's nice that I have the spite directed directly at me for a change, but that is really funny because I know for a fact that the only reason you hate it so much is because of the fact that you, me, and your brother all worked there. We all had a shitty time working there,
yeah.
and now you live above one. And it's not because of the food, but I am okay with this.
Above working there, which was bad, and the shitty food is still a constant thing. The biggest thing is living on top of one. I smell their fries. Most of the time I can't smell it anymore. Unless I'm having to clean the grease from dripping down my walls as it collects and just coats everything in my fucking house.
Well, why don't you
And
just
then
walk around with a piece of toast and just wipe it on the wall, and then
Oh.
you got a meal right there.
Look, I
I have to
ate
keep
and
my
you're making
toast
me
in the.
awful.
I have to keep my bread in the fridge because it goes rancid in a day or two because the grease just collects on it and goes bad on the shelf. It's awful. It is absolutely awful. Part of the reason I know that I'm having trouble losing weight is I'm just breathing in the
You're
greasy
breathing
calories.
by osmosis, man.
His air is just full of calories. It's
I don't
high
have to
quality
grease my
air.
pants. I just put them on the freaking fryer and they're already pre-greased.
I do
Alright,
not grease my
guys,
pans actually.
We are over 2 hours, so we're gonna have to end it. I'm gonna just reiterate what our final tier list is after everyone's used their movements. In S tier, we have Triple O's and
Hey, you
Wendy's.
didn't use yours.
I used
He
mine
did.
in the Arby's one because they stuck it
He
down
saved
low.
Arby's in the beginning.
I had to save Arby's. S tier is Triple O's and Wendy's. A tier is Pizza Hut, Domino's, Chicken World, Quiznos, and Arby's. B tier we have KFC, Uncle Fatih's Pizza, A&W, Popeyes, Fresh Slice, Manchuak, and Taco Time. C tier at the lower average. Starting to feel the shame. We've got Burger King, Boston Pizza, Little Caesars, Taco Bell, Church's Chicken, and Subway. And the absolute failures of the fast food world, we have Dairy Queen, Tim Hortons, Booster Juice, 7-Eleven, and McDonald's. This is our tier list. Of course, as always, tastes are subjective. I'm pretty happy with this tier list. I like how we actually have a pretty even dispersal.
Yeah.
I was expecting a lot more to be in the average, and it's actually pretty close between A, B, and C. There is more in B than there is in the other two, but just barely.
As it should be.
As it
I
should
still
be.
think you did McDonald's dirty right there.
He did, but that's okay. McDonald's has done me dirty enough times.
McDonald's has done the world dirty. Let's put it that way.
Fair. There's a lot of fat kids because of it.
Yeah, this is a great episode, guys. For anybody who actually listened to the whole thing, you guys are champs. This is a really long episode. We'll see you in the next episode. We'll talk about something else. We'll argue, and hopefully still remain friends.
Think about it.
Think about it. Bye.